he said the game's changing. But here it is, the game today.
And away we go, folks. Out in the middle lane, a quick knock away, and the first is a win here through to Broadford for their ruckman. So he can take first credos here as it ricochets around. But it's going to be the Dragons who move the ball first, going down towards that southern end, and inside they're attacking 50. Tap back out there, a lot of bodies flying, and it's a quick roving there by one of the larger players there who bang, I think he's got himself a goal. He has. And my goodness, that's the way the Dragons would want to have started. That's number 15 there too. That's Wright, who's done that one absolutely correctly, or absolutely right. Gets the Dragons on the board with the first goal there.
And you know, the last time we were here for a game, or each of the 4 quarters, they scored within 29 seconds.
Well, I was about to say that we're looking now at, that was 17, no, that was 25 seconds, David. So there's a bit of a history repeating itself, and the umpire's getting ready for a very busy day with his arm as he throws it up again. Second time now in under a minute. Tap away there. No one really won that one. Bodies diving in on top, and it ricochets around. It kicks off the ground. But again, the Dragons out of the middle here. When they get control, they move it well inside the attacking 50. Punch over the top. No one can get that one. Free kick found as the defender goes over the top of the Dragons player. That's number 20 there, so he'll line up for a shot there. This is Morris. Handball's off there to a running number 11 who lines up with a shot there, and that's Green. And it's getting through as a minor score unless...
1 point.
No, unless there's a free kick here for after the
it's coming
kick.
Back.
It's going to be drawn back here. The kick will be from at least 50 metres out, so it's going to test him on distance, David.
Yes, so Green. He's got it about 49 metres from goal, sliding on the western side of the ground. That's a short kick, a running play, leading up, pretty well done. So he's got a mark only about 20 metres out from goal, 25 metres out from goal on a tighter angle, but well within the scoring range.
And that's Morris again, David. So he's the deliverer at the start, and he's received it again. Very tight angle, as you have said here. This will test his accuracy. There is no wind. One off engineering shot. Windsock is telling us that. There's the kick. It's right, moving left. And that's well architected. That's a brilliant goal. So inside 2 minutes here. Alarm bells already ringing here from Broadford. I'm going to try and get them to see if they can address the issue out of the middle.
They got flogged in the ruck last time we were up here only a couple of weeks ago. I think it's time for them to employ the Harvey Norman.
Harvey Norman? What's the Harvey Norman?
It's the end of year clearance. They need to get a clearance, mate.
That's lovely, that is. Well, so far this ruckman's got the first, one of the first 2 taps, and the other one was a bit of a neutral, but it's the smaller men, David, away they go.
Here's back in the centre, good contest. Oh, and the Kangaroos, he's got that away then. This looks like a clearance, in fact. They've gone to the ground in the mud heap in the middle of the ground. It's not a mud heap, it's a bit of mud. And that's a mark centre out forward, Nelly, and that's the Sandhurst boys. They got it just on the 50-metre line. And will he kick it for goal? No, he's running around in that half-moon run that they do these days and kicked it through for a goal.
So that there is number 15, Bright. That's his second, David. So 2 for Bright and 1 for Morris. And it's a beginning that is showing an unhealthy or uncomfortable trend. Hopefully, we can see something resettled. The only good thing I saw about that element there, David, was that the ruck was won by
three players handled the footy.
Yeah, but they just need a little bit more cleanness when they actually
didn't get the clearance, unfortunately. But that's an improvement. And that's the way Broadford are thinking about the game. Small improvements celebrated. Let's see if they can get something away in the centre of the ground. Up they go again, and that ruckman from Broadford's doing okay. They've got the ball out the back of the pack. Kicked now by Sandhurst out onto the outer wing. That's a mark, and well, what's he going to do? He's kicked it up to the centre half forward. That's a nice mark by the bench. That's a Bendigo bench save of the day.
There's a beginning now here, folks. Number 49 there too.
Hope.
That's Hope then.
Well, they've got some while he's got the footy.
Kicking over the top, looking through the middle there. Fortunately, clears over the top of the targets that he wants, and the Dragons pick up in return.
Wood.
Number 3 here, Wood, goes inside the 50 with a short, low pass. Can't be picked up. Oh, but it's roved with excellence. That was so clean, that pick up there. And the Dragons player, number 35 there, that's Coonan. He picked that up like it was
like a football.
Yeah, well, he had glue on his hand, one-handed, and then popped it through, lost his defender, and picks up the 4th one there. So 4 goals straight here in just under 5 minutes. Some foreboding kind of indicators at this point in time.
They're back in the centre again, and this is getting a bit repetitious. Umpire's got it, got his back to the sun, that's a good thing, threw it high in the air, good contest, Ruck got it down, picked up beautifully, I thought, by Broadford, pushed out to the outer wing on the eastern side of the ground, but Broadford have got it again, the Dragons have got it again, there's 3 hand passes, that was Green got the hand pass that time, into the half forward flank, good contest, pushed out the back, they've got the hand pass, nice, beautiful turn, that's Morris again, put it into the forward pocket, and that's a mark on the chest. Right in the forward pocket, only about 20 metres from goal, and I think that's Mr. Wright.
It is Mr. Wright. He's going to have to banana this one unless he's going to split the atom. So we'll watch his actual motion here too. I can't see the hold on the ball, but he is running directly straight towards it. Yep, there's the banana kick, curls. That's nicely done there, the umpire says. Yeah, wow. Well, there's a lot of skill there in that goal too. So Wright kicks off with his hat-trick.
And he didn't run around in a circle.
And he didn't run around. So that's a lot of confidence when someone can actually turn the ball and move that much in that distance. So again, the furthest Broadford's got so far is probably almost a centre half forward. We're hoping to see if they can get control out of the middle here, David. All signs show that the ruckman is getting the ball. It's the smaller men who aren't picking up on the feeds.
Well, they badly need a clearance to get into the forward line, but let's work on that the other day. We hope they get 1 or 2 away.
Watch for the backward feed here from the ruckman from Broadford. He might try and push it backwards too, because he's noticed the numbers are heavy on ahead of him there, David, when he jumps up. Nope, there's the run through. There's a chance now. Nope, they spoil each other here, Broadford, but they grab the ball, and for the first time, we'll have a second ball up here in the middle there, David.
Okay, that was the wrong man took it. That was McMahon, by the way, back in the centre. Not a bad contest in the ruck. Nearly got the umpire involved. And it's a hand pass. Sandhurst, I got it. Is that holding the ball now? Got a bit of it. Oh, he's gone, that guy. That's gone. The umpire says play on. I thought it was holding the ball, but it's a bit of a wrestle now. Broadford have got it, 42. That is kicked McMahon right across to the half forward line. A hand pass. Couldn't go anywhere. It's gone to the deck. They're fighting for it. Bit of wrestling. And nobody comes away with the footy. Hook back to the umpire, is going to throw it up again. Just in the centre square.
Looks to me like they're not really taking their first options, Broadford. If they can, they might do a little bit better. Tap back down to no one, but running out of it are the Dragons. They come back right in the middle of the ground here too. Bounce off with some shoulder work there. Broadford's putting pressure on now. We're starting to see it's not so easy. Comes out wide to that fat side of the ground now. They'll run around with a bit of space. The kick though is too lofty, puts pressure, and Broadford pick up the scraps here, go forward. They're at their half forward flank area. Tap away was created, but it wasn't really controlled, and now the Dragons come down through the middle, David.
Yes, and it's kicked out, hand passed out to the eastern side of the ground. A bit of good work there to stop the ball being kicked away, gone to the ground. He's trying to hold on to it. The umpire says, I'm going to throw it up. I'm not paying a free kick for that. That wasn't a bad effort by Stray. That's Stray.
He's got some effort, hasn't he, Kath? He dived in. He had a real hard go at that one. There's a win there by the Broadford ruck. Second efforts, though, by the smaller men for the Dragons is far more effective, and they come pushing their way through. And now they get the ball out towards the wing here. A lot of holding let go by the umpire.
3 efforts in that contest.
Yeah, he did indeed. Wrapped up now with a tackle, and the bodies dive on top of us right here, Kath. Well spotted. He was strong endeavour, really trying. So umpire will have this one here, forward flank here for the Dragons. Good body work by the ruckman, pushing aside there. Free kick's been found. Dubious to say that he was just holding his ground, I think, but the free kick goes towards the Dragons, who kick towards that forward line.
Oh, nice mark, sir. Bendigo being saved of the day.
Number 45 there. Number 45 for the...
he's got these hand passes to kick it away, rather. They got it in the goal square. Can they get rid of it? No, it's allowed the hand pass going to the ground. They're wrestling on the ground for it. Coming up with a nice hand pass to nowhere. Hand pass to nowhere by Sandhurst. The defence have got it for Broadford. A short kick, only went about 6 metres. Surely that's not a mark, but the umpire's paid it anyway and kicked to the centre wing. I can't see that, mate, but he's got a mark.
Number 33 here with a fantastic beyond board headband, looking to come down the ground. He'll go to a contest. There's the kick now. It's a shocker, but it's a target. Nothing like a misintended, accurate kick.
That's Nielsen.
And Nielsen Hill's on the true centre wing here. He ignores the running players. He's going to go long, looking for a target. That kick's also slightly dubious. Out the back it goes off the fingers towards the boundary line. And looks like we'll have our first throw-in, David, just inside the interchange area for the Dragons.
Near the interchange, and as we've learnt last night on the AFL, you can't go 6 inches over the interchange, can you?
No, you get a penalty.
The boundary umpire's got it. Only a young lad. He's coming good 10 or 12 metres, about ready to hurl it in the air. It looks like he's done it before. That's a good throw. Good throw. Well done, mate. And that's a good contest in the ruck. Came to the front of the pack. That's crossed over to the shoulder, and the umpire didn't see that one. He said the sun's in the eyes. Gone to the ground. 2 players wrestling forward. The umpire comes in again for another throw up. He's telling people not to get behind him. And he's doing okay, that guy in the ruck for Broadford. He got it down again with his left hand, but they couldn't clear it away. Let's see if we can get a clearance away. Here it goes again, Matt.
And tap, probably forward for Broadford, run through by some players, they get quickly tackled. This is the narrative now. Broadford do not get much time with the ball. They have to make the decisions the first time round, but they are applying more pressure. The first time we're seeing some fumbles from the Dragons. So it's whether they can keep this pressure up is the key here, but with a 5-goal start, the 10 minutes, you have to work their way back in. Now at least they're on the forward flank here, and as the rucks shield their eyes against the sun, tough one here. Tap back down, no one really won that one. Quick kick up the air, goes straight to a Dragon in the defence. They got inside the 50-metre arc. It's a good start. The Dragons lead out through the middle, steps around a few players, bit of a dance move, comes down towards the forward flank, out the back.
Good mark, save.
Number 3 there, David.
That's good.
Comes over the top looking for his full forward, and bang, finds him. Wow, that's a quick chance to go inside the middle, and it's been centred. Mark's been held by number 20 there, David.
That's Morris again.
Morris has been a bit of a magnet.
But good play. That's Green again. Green's a good footballer, is he not? And they got that nice kick away, and into the scoring zone now where this fellow Morris is a goal kicker. He's only about 30 metres from goal, directly in front. No wind to speak of, according to the one-off engineering wind sock, and that's not a bad looking kick, is it?
Yes,
1 goal.
So six shots at goal and 6 straight goals. So they're doing an excellent job here. Kath, not sure if you noticed there too, but the interchange coordination, I think the teams last night, the AFL can take a leaf out of their book. 4 players come off there for the Dragons, 4 come on.
Yeah.
It was done very smoothly.
Yes, not bad.
So the umpires will deliver the ball back. This is the problem here. Broadford's provided some pressure in the last few minutes or so, but once they give it up, it turns over quickly. Tap back down, won by the Broadford ruck, kicked into the forward 50 here for the Kangaroos, stepping around though as their defender, looking wide for an option, and finds it here on the back flank, going out wide again, finding number 4 there too, who's a mystery player for us. We'll have to find out who he is. Inside they go, the Dragons, and find a target on the back flank. Handbass running out on the outside, kicking down towards a contest, but there's not much there. Interfered with the ball, and now the Dragons will have it on the forward flank. Morris there again, there's the pass over the top. Oh, that's exquisite. He's just chipped that like it was a 6-iron, and he's found number 15 there, David.
Right.
That's right. And we'll line up again, and he'll be looking here for his 4th goal in 1 quarter of football. So this is impressive, and the way they're going about this is it's well measured, it's well targeted. He's probably about, when he kicks this, 45 or 46 metres out, David, but he's on a slight angle.
Slight angle only, kickable goal, I'd imagine. It's not a bad looking kick, the shadow on the post, but was that punch through at the end?
Yes. There's your Bendigo bank save of the day, David.
Bendigo bank save of the day. Go and get your mortgage down there. It's 25, it's done that, I think. Yeah, it's 25.
That's the first one to score. 6-1-37 to no score yet for Broadford on the OKRFM scoreboard. Out comes the full back, kicks it long, off the fingers, goes out of bounds, and the umpire says we'll have that balled in just near the interchange here in the forward pocket for the Dragons. The boundary umpires are coming in a good distance, David. You notice this one? He's coming about 15 metres. Yep.
I reckon that's good work. That's a good throw again. He's good at it, that guy. Good contest in the ruck. They're both falling backwards, both hands touch the footy on the ground. Can they pick it up? Yes, picked up nicely, a nice little hand pass. And that's gone.
Too high.
Is that too high?
Too
on
high.
the shoulder. Well, goodness gracious, you've got to be a bit unlucky sometimes. But he's only about 25 metres out from goal, directly in front. That's Sandhurst, the Dragon. Has got the footy in his hand. He's going back now to have a shot at goal.
So putting this one through here in the last 10 minutes is going to be goal number 7. And he shouldn't miss from here. Bert, and maybe I'll give you commentator's curse. There's the kick, the umpire dances to his right, but it's all a facade. It's a goal, and
that's right.
That's number 7, and that's Wright who pops that one through, and he gets himself number 4 there, David. So foreboding space here for Wright. Probably the indication here to the coaching fraternity for Broadford would be maybe tag him out or double tag him, but the problem with that is you open up someone else on the field to be free.
Well, he thinks it's his birthday, right, I reckon.
Yep.
That's 7 goals, 143-0, and getting towards the end of the first quarter, but it's not as bad as it could be. I reckon their endeavours are right, the Kangaroos.
They've got inside the 50 a couple of times. They just need to get a possession inside the 50. That's been the tough bit. Back in the middle, the umpire takes it, throws it up, and he's back to the sun. Win there, probably by the Broadford ruck, who I think is doing a stellar job here. It's just he can't get the support underneath for it. Out go the Kangaroos, stepping around, not taking the first option, David.
No,
and then they get caught there.
But it's easy enough when you're in the commentary box. Good tackle by that guy Thompson.
Oh, dropping the ball, they've given it, Dave.
Well, he's got it. So that's Thompson. He's making a decent effort at it, Thompson, I think. He's looking around everywhere. Can he find a man to kick it to? That's the thing. And that's a kick. It's about 100 foot in the air. It's a big skyscraper. The pack get underneath it, nearly a mark, but couldn't bring it down. Ball's gone to the ground. Now the Sandhurst guys, the Dragons, have got it out on the eastern side of the ground. Hand pass went about 15 metres to a running player, left-handed hand pass. They're everywhere, and that's a kick that's gone about 60 metres and guess what? That's green, I reckon, has marked it over in the forward pocket in the southern end of the ground, eastern side.
Number 11.
Green
again. So these 3 or 4 guys in the forward line are just making their presence unstoppable at this point there, David and Kath. They just don't seem to be having much opposition when they're trying to go for marks, which is a concern. As he comes in his orange boots,
60 metres,
he steps around. There's the kick. The umpire doesn't move much, and that puts Green on the board there with his goal.
Sandhurst look also drilled where they meant to deliver.
Just didn't want you to charge down the stairs.
And they kind of remind me of pool players. You know, it's not just where they kick the ball, but after they kick, they mentally move to somewhere else to be available for that next space. So they're a well a mature team in that manner.
That forward thinking, isn't it?
Indeed. So the umpire now will bring this one back here, 8-1-49 to Broadford. Get the score here on the OKRFM scoreboard. Back in the middle, up it goes. Tap, no one probably one there by the Dragons. Tap forward to a running player. Can't get the ball away too cleanly, and it goes out towards the wing, but the Dragons are still in command. And here I go, kicking inside, they're attacking 50. Out the back it goes, and bang, target found there again. I think that might be Green again. No. He kicks over the top. No, there's Green, and he lets that one go. And the umpire says that's a goal, and that was done with such simplicity. That's number 18.
Starting a lad, but look,
1, 2, 3, 4. That's the 5th goal scorer already in this quarter. This is worrying. So
what time is that on the scoreboard, Matt? I can't read that.
I think we've got
17.
18 minutes gone in the corner there. Indeed.
Back in the centre, the other umpire's got it this time. Will he throw it up with his back to the sun? I hope he does. So he can see everything clearly. Umpire throws it up. Not a very high throw. A good knockout by the Sandhurst ruckman. That's number 9. Thomas has got it for Broadford. Kicked it into the forward line, centre half forward. But there's a number of players from Sandhurst in the on their own, and it's a mark on the half-back flank just near the interchange bench. That's a kick about 30 or 40 metres, and it's another mark. That's Schmitzer. A hand pass. And that's Free. Free has got it. Did he get rid of it? Yes, he did. And that's a mark on the chest. Too easy. And that's this young kicker, Wilkinson, that got the last goal. And that's another easy one. Put it out in front of him, put his hands in the air and grasped it firmly. And it's number 16, Connick.
So the way they're delivering the ball here, Kath, is just exquisite. There's the kick. And that's a goal there for Connick. So he gets to become the 7th goal kicker of the quarter. And again, David, we're just seeing ball delivery, which is, it's door to door. It's excellent.
Not skill level, but the Sandhurst have got an amazing difference in skill level. Yep. But all you can do is give it everything you've got. That's what Broadford are trying to do. So back in the centre almost, the boundary umpire going through the muddy bit, and back it goes, ready for another ruck contest in the middle of the ground. Sun's shining, it's not a bad day here at Broadford, and a terrific crowd. very pleased for the footy club, the community club as they say. Here it goes, up in the air. And good contest. I think Broadford won that one. Went to the ground, couldn't get it away. They picked up, tried with the left footer, couldn't get it away. Another pick up by Broadford, couldn't get that away either. A plethora of Dragons around him. Umpire's got it again, almost in the centre of the ground still. Up it goes, high in the air. Broadford won that one again, but the clearance by Sandhurst. Can this lad pick it up? Broadford should have kicked it off the ground perhaps, but didn't. Easy enough up here. They've got the footy again. Sandhurst, a running player on the outside. A left footer. Nearly a mark to the Broadford lad. That's pretty good defensive work. He kicked it into the forward pocket. Good contest. 3 or 4 blokes hit it. Gone to the ground. On the ground. Can they get hold of it? Yes, he is. There he comes. That's not a bad looking kick right into the goal square, and that's a beautiful mark.
Number 4.
Beautiful mark. I like that a lot. That's Max there. He's got a bit of a reputation, this guy. He's not a bad footballer apparently, and that's easy enough. Fruit for a goal again. That's Maxted, totally Maxted.
8 goal scorers in the first quarter. So
you'd feel dark on it if you weren't scoring a goal for Sandhurst, wouldn't you?
Yeah, there's a few guys have been left out of the loop here. I think they'll be a little bit lifted by this one. Broadford will need to reset. The odd thing is, they're winning the rucks, Broadford. They are winning the tap downs, but they're not controlling the ball when it hits the ground. Yeah. And that speed and ferocity that the Dragons move in with is leaving the Kangaroos behind. So we'll watch here again as we get to the 22nd minute mark of this quarter.
They desperately need a clearance.
Yep.
Can they get one?
Up it goes.
Okay.
That's a win there by the Dragons, Ruckman. Umpires found a free that goes to the Dragons for holding. Quick kick out, bang, finds a target there for number 8 there for the Dragons. Goes over the top, looks for a lead, going deep. There's a man back there and marked. Green, and I think he was knocked by the player defender coming backwards. So he will line up. It'll be on one of those really tricky angles, David.
Look what he's doing.
Yep, and he kicks over the shoulder, around the body, and doesn't even wait for the umpire. He knows he's got that one through. So another goal to him, and an indication here that the Dragons push away in this first quarter. All signs indicating that there's going to be a bit of a restructure and reshuffle at quarter time, I would think, by the Broadford boys. 12-1-73 to get the score, Broadford, on the Bendigo Bank and OKO FM score.
Well, a bit of a tough time for them. Number 35 is Edgar is the ruckman. He's doing okay for Broadford. He's at least making a contest of it in the middle of the ground. He's not a giant either, so he's leaping and handwork is pretty good. Give him another shot at it. He's done it again. He's got the punch away, but they couldn't clear it. Gone to the back of the pack. That's Sandhurst. They got it again. They're coming across the ground, right across the ground, in fact. And that's Keating. Keating has got it. Has got on with it now. A short kick into the sternum wing. Well, cut behind the ear as well. Got one. Another kick into the centre. That's only about 20 metres, but they're handling it pretty easy, and they're getting mark to mark. That's connecting all around the ground. It's pretty good work by Sandhurst. That's discipline. They've done it at training, I reckon. That's a kick that wasn't too good. It was touched up the boot, in fact. Gone to the ground almost. That's almost a throw, but wasn't paid. Gone to the ground again. They've gone in pretty hard, but only a wrestle. And nobody's got the footy, and the umpire's going to come in and check it up again.
Probably here for Broadford is that they've got a wall of defensive players here for the Dragons that are behind. They do get possession and kick it. It'll more likely go straight to one of those as they fight for it in the pack now. It does get fed out here on this forward flank here for the Dragons, and it's being bounced around between players. It's pretty intense kind of tackling. The Kangaroos are trying hard, but the Dragons move it out wide, and they come down in a flow of players who centres the ball, looking for an option, and finds it with number 6 there, David. So that looks like that's our Oliver, who was a late inclusion into the team.
Oliver Twist.
He will line up for a shot, and could be goal kicker number 9 here.
Only about 28 metres, I reckon, and only a short angle, so not much of an angle at all. Totally kickable. Here he comes, taking it pretty easy. Left footer, another left footer. I reckon I saw the shadow on the post, but the umpire says that's a goal.
No, the umpire says, David, you need to get glasses. That one was a good one. Catherine, we're going to change everything. We're going to come to you at quarter time for a new strategy here and work out how we can stop the rot and stop the flood. Okay, but right now I can say the
I'll be
ruckman.
downstairs listening to you.
Oh, you'll be down as the coach. Well, that's a good point. But the ruckman here for Broadford is doing a stellar job. He's getting the first touch, but it's going straight down usually to a Dragon, and if it doesn't go, the Dragons midfield are quick to try and shut down the Broadford centre area. So we'll watch again as up it goes. Tap, no one won that one. Oh, coming through for the first time. Almost got away with it with the Broadford boys, but it turns over. The Dragons take it. Now they've run it down that forward flank area. It's a push in the back there. The umpire, I think, has seen that one. He's paid advantage, let it go over the top, and there's the kick, and it hits the woodwork. So a minor score here. Only the second one there for the Kangaroos, 13-2-80 for the Dragons. Kangaroos yet to score, sorry. There's the kick out of bounds on the full, and the Dragons will make a return back into the 50 if they can. Number 11 here. He's got a pretty tight angle, he's a long way out, so he's going to look for a target, and whether he honours it is the question. Here's the kick now. To the top of the square area, there's no one really there. Ricochets off the ground, coming through the defenders, handball away, gets outside the 50. They can't get it cleanly, the Kangaroos. Here come the Dragons through, they've stepped backwards and gone back to the forward flank. Green now goes inside the 50 looking for a target. Too many blue and whites there. And their defence shores that one up. And now, David, they'll be able to get out.
That's Ben, and he's kicked it backwards about 25 metres. That's marked though, that's all right. And that's a nice looking kick out to the half-back flank. The Broadford lads have got it again, and that's not a bad connecting. That's 4 in a row they've touched. It's better play by the Broadford lads. So a bit of encouragement here on the half-back flank. What can he find now? That's a kick about 50 metres. It's high in the air, and unfortunately Sandhurst have marked that in front of the pack, and there's a kick across the ground. There's always somebody waiting for the footy. It's a hand pass. They've still got the ball. Sandhurst, the Dragons, and that's to centre half forward. A defensive man put there as a looser, I reckon, to try and stop the flow. Can they pick it up, Broadford? No, they can't. He's gone to the ground. I reckon he did that on purpose, but that's a hand pass, a short one by the Dragons. They've still got the footy, cup in the throat. He's got rid of it again. It's gone into the hands of Oliver, I reckon, and that might be another goal.
That's correct. Oliver picks that one up. The way that some of the Dragons are able to move through those packs, David, and waltz through without really getting any contact, Cap.
There's always somebody there.
Yep, and this is a concern here that these in the open traffic effect. I'm going to get the impression that the coach there for Broadford is going to surgically attach his players to these opposition players to make sure that they are just honestly next to them every moment they can be. But again, the question here on their fitness, these Dragons are fast, David. They are a quick moving team.
Well, yes, and they won 3 on the trot, as I said before, and this is going to be 4 by the look of it, and that puts them in contention. So it's a pretty tight day for Broadford, but can they do something better from here on? Well, it's gone to the ground, and they're wrestling for it, kicked up the ground. That's not too bad to do out of the mud. Picked up by Broadford, gone to wrestle, I'd say, and the umpire says nobody can get rid of that. I'm going to come in and throw it up. There he does. He's done that ruck contest. He's doing all right, that guy in a ruck for Broadford. I don't mind him at all. That's Edgar. And where did it go, mate? I didn't see that one.
It's out to the forward flank here, or centre half forward here for the Dragons. Knocked back down for the third ball up. Comes out, a chance here. Oh no, dropping the ball there. So there we go. Incorrect disposal.
And it's Edgar.
And that was Edgar again, he's roving and like in kick out wide looking for a target for the Kangaroos.
Right.
Finds it. That was a big kick.
Running onto it.
This is where they fall short, David. Short pass, finds a target. All right, now we're just outside the 50-metre arc here. Going to go inside the 50. Can they get a mark is the question. Kicks a shocker. Comes off the boot. Finds some support on the far side. It gets dribbled towards the boundary. Only one Kangaroo there, 2 Dragons. And the ball gets held up for what will be a ball up just outside the 50 for the Kangaroos.
A bit disappointing there because they were on the loose and the kick didn't go anywhere, did it? That's a big knockout by Broadford, big knockout, but can they get it in possession? No, they can't. That's a mark in the middle of the ground. That's Austin for Sandhurst. Picked up by, sorry, Kath.
Tap over the top now at the back there, Catherine. The bodies are running past. It's where the pressure's not being put on by the forward line. It finally does show a little bit and goes out of bounds. So there's a chance now if Broadford can pick up the ball out of this ball in, David, it will be inside the 50. And there's always the opportunity.
That's an improvement, isn't it, for the ball to be on their forward line. Boundary umpire's got it, as you pointed out, Matt. He comes in as far as he throws it. There it goes, high in the air. Good contest, went over the ruckman. In fact, good tackle, went to the ground. No free kick there. That's right. The umpire says I'm going to throw it up again.
29 and a half minutes gone, David. Clock might be working against the Broadford boys at the moment. Tap backwards, can't get the ball out. The ricochets around. Finally, it comes free. Broadford got to it first. They can't control it. Now the Dragons settle on top of it and they get the ball out. Oh, well, I sold some candy there by the Dragons.
Wilkinson, that was pretty good
coming
play, wasn't
outside now, down the wing, towards inside the attack.
Andrew kicked it.
Yep, and bang, Mark held.
Bendigo being saved of the day in the back pocket for Broadford.
Kicking backwards, one of the deadly sins of David Doherty.
He's the captain, by the way. And kicked across the ground. That's not a bad looking kick. Can he pick it up? Yes, he can. The Broadford Kangaroos have got it again. It's a kick about 12 metres. The umpire says that's a mark. Well, a very lucky fella. But he's marked it, got it on the chest, so he's almost on the 50-metre line. Kicking it across to the outer wing. That's the eastern side of the ground. But who's out there? Only Dragons, as far as I can see. He's picked it up. No, he's covered. And that's the best kick of the day by the Broadford lad when Sovereign's gone.
David, that's the end of a quarter, which was phenomenal to say the least. 14-86. Broadford yet to score. An 86-point lead here to the Sandhurst Dragons. Everything says to me that there's about one element working for Broadford at the moment, and that's their ruckman. The rest of the elements can improve greatly.
Well, I can see some hope in the Broadford team.
Shut up, man. That's lovely. That is your hand. Thank you.
Let's hear what you got to say, Kat.
He wants the last 30 minutes away from people's memories. He's not happy with how reactive they're playing. They're flat-footed. He wants them first at the contest. He said all the effort being made in the ruck is coming to nothing because they're not making themselves
Present. Wow.
And he said he wants to know whether they want to be here, and he wants you to make a better shot.
Wow, there you go, David. So he's obviously heard the fact that we think the ruck's been good. He just wants the presence from those players to be, well, present.
Well, I think they might have to move the people around at the centre bouncers, mate. Find another way for dealing with that. But it's a pretty good catch, Nathan, I reckon. And he'll be alert to any moves that might be necessary. The ball now, though, is the game has started again. Kat, anything else to say from that quarter time break?
No, he seemed pretty disappointed with the fact that of what they've been speaking about, which was getting rid of that ball quick and cleanly as soon as they get possession. Yeah. Hasn't been, utilised in that first quarter, so hopefully they can reset.
Well, we hope that's the case. The ball's now down on the back line for Broadford, a kick across the ground to the half-back flank, and that's another mark. They're good overhead, Sandhurst, I reckon. And they've got the footy on the half-back flank almost. Oh, that's a short kick. Only went about 6 metres, I reckon. Goodness gracious. If my wife was here, she'd be out on the ground abusing the umpire for that.
She abuses you, David, so what's the difference, really?
Well, my wife is not here, so it doesn't matter, I suppose. But he's only about 48 metres from goal, I reckon. 46 metres from goal, perhaps. It's a kickable goal, slight angle, eastern side of the ground, and if they're any judge, they're pretty good at kicking for goal, Sandhurst.
Here he comes.
A right footer, long kick, gone through for 1 point only. I saw the shadow on the post. Did you see it, Matt?
Yeah, but you always know when the kicker starts to lean one way, left or right a bit more after he's kicked it, thinking, I'm hoping I can wheel it through, but he didn't. Fullback brings the ball back out,
That's
short,
good.
sharp pass up the middle, a little bit dangerous, but it gets possession. At this point in time, it's worth trying for them. He shifts around and goes towards a contest on the far right side. Mark is held there. Number 42 got down on his knees and held that mark. Jen reflected at the same time. Now they look to go down towards a contest. Oh, it's high. This could be dangerous. Up they jump. No one can hold that one. And the boundary line is the winner.
That ball out of bounds, right in front of the interchange bench, and a bit of waving and shouting going on there by the coach, no doubt, of Sandhurst. The boundary umpire's got it, turns around, looks to see if the rucks have arrived yet. They have, he says, so I'm going to throw it in. And here he goes, high in the air. Good throw, good work, mate. And out the front of the pack, that's good work by the ruckman again. He's doing okay, that guy. I like the way he's going about it too. He's giving it everything he's got. That's Edgar.
Edgar's gone from just ruck tapping to ruck possession, run, move, and try and make more of it. So he's heard the request from the coach. Let's see if the ones around him also do the same.
He's having a fair dinkum go. That's what I like about him. Lost that one, didn't get up in time. That's a hand pass, and this bloke's pretty good, I reckon, Morris. This Morris has kicked it across for Sandhurst to the other side of the ground, this eastern side of the ground, went around the opponent there like there was nobody there. That's number 3, and that's Hood. He's kicked it down into the forward pocket, far forward flank. They've got the footy again, Sandhurst over the back. Nobody could get it. Broadford couldn't pick it up, went to the ground. That's a bad thing to do. You can't play with you're laying on the ground. That's a hand pass. They've still got the ball. Sandhurst kicked it into the forward pocket. And can they mark it? No, the defence there right there. Push it towards the boundary line, and it's over the line and out of bounds once again.
Good indications there here, folks, as an improvement on this quarter. 4 minutes gone. At this point in time in the first quarter, the Dragons have kicked 4 goals. Now they've only kicked a point. So the pressure's been lifted here by the Broadford boys, and they push towards the boundary again, along the ball in again. So 5 minutes gone, and only 1 point has been coughed up. So they've obviously heard the coach. They're listening to him. They're trying to do more. And as the boundary will bring this one back in, right up against the point post of the Dragons, right towards the danger spot there. One by the ruckman from both sides, tap it together, trying to get it out with the smaller bodies. They're diving in more. That's on top of it. That's in the back, if you're asking me. But the umpire says no. It's a cuddling horse ride, so we'll let that one go.
And got it, half forward flank, throws it in the air. The no ruck winners there, picked up nicely by a Broadford lad, but couldn't get rid of it. That's not bad. Both the ball gatherer and the tackler did all right there. Kicked off the ground, that's a pretty handy thing to do. And that's Welch. Welch has got it for Broadford, kicked to the outer side of the ground. That's a mark out in front of him. That's pretty good work. It's a nice piece of work by Welsh to kick it over there. They've gone backwards, though. No, he's not gone backwards. He's changed his mind again. That's a lousy kick, if you don't mind me saying so. And it's given the ball to Sandhurst, and that's pretty easy. That's a mark after a 20-metre kick. Kicked it right into the forward pocket, and that's a goal, I reckon.
Indeed it is.
And I think that might be
One
right.
small error, and they make them pay.
Well spotted, Kath. I was about to say that. The Sandhurst is this kind of team here that when you make a mistake, they will maximise that effort by expecting you to be away from players that were at one stage chasing you. You're now chasing them. So this is a lesson learnt here that the back flank there, who had it for the Kangaroos there, was unsure about the direction. He ended up putting a panicky kick up in the air. It turned over, and then at sort of freight train energy came down from the Dragons.
Easy mind, back in the centre of the ground. Good ruck contest that time. Grabbed by Broadford and tackled and had it about 5 minutes, but the umpire said I didn't think they was holding the ball, and that's fair enough. It's the hand pass now. Sandhurst have got it again, pushed out in front of the man out there towards the boundary. They've got the footy again. That's a 50-metre kick right into the half-forward line. A good contest in the air, but nobody got a mark at. The umpires come in and said, look, I'm going to throw this one up.
So the umpire a little bit challenged on that side there, but the umpire throws this one up, tap over, top of the shoulder, goes towards the boundary, but it's the Dragons who can try and send the ball with a worm burner that doesn't really make the target, but they still turn it around and put immense pressure going towards the boundary, and it is rushed through. It's a minor score, and the full-back now will have a chance to get that one out.
Well, it's 15 goals for, 94 to 0, as Sandhurst leading by 94 points, and good effort by the defence there. Punched it away, but lovely work. That's clever play by Sandhurst. Flicked it over the top of the pack, and look at this. There's nobody up there except Sandhurst lads, and that's a nice kick into the centre of the ground. Dead centre of the ground. A runner got the footy and kicked it onto the chest. That's a good piece of work. Dropped the mark though. That was Hood is now, the other player has kicked it up into the forward pocket. It's out of bounds on the full, surely. Yes, it is.
That's the first real inaccurate kick that the Dragons have made there too. So a good signs yet again, closing in on the 8-minute mark. They've only coughed up 8 points so far in this quarter, David, which is a vast difference to the 84 they coughed up in the first.
He's kicked it right across goal, and that's a dangerous thing to do when there's two Sandhurst fellas out there on their own. That's a left-footed bang through the goal. Well, that's a bad mistake, kicking it across there. If you're going to kick it across goal, you've got to make sure 100% that it goes to your man, but that one didn't.
Again, Kat, we're seeing that indication that Broadford's discovering that a minor mistake becomes a maximum cost.
I have no idea who kicked that one. Does anybody know?
Just try and work out who that might have been.
No.
Number who, sorry?
On and off, you change it back.
Number 8?
Number 8.
Number 8.
Stag.
Stag.
No, Harry Bean.
Oh, Harry Bean.
Oh, sorry, kick the goal. You talking?
Yeah.
Oh, don't kick the goal. You kicked the lost goal.
Tap over the top there, won this time, but here's a chance for the Broadford to go forward. That is a big kick, higher than it is further. Men running through though, try and get it away. It's inside the 50, handball stepping around. First options, they can't control it here. They fall back over themselves, but it's the forward flank area, and the umpire says we'll have the ball up.
Can't go to the ground, that's the problem there.
Yep, I'm going to keep it moving. There's a chance here now if they can win this ruck. Not the regular ruckman for the Kangaroos, but tap over the top, finding the Dragons, handballing back inside the middle. Will run through there, but let go. Tackled over the top, and now another chance if the ball can ricochet free. But it's going free to Dragons.
Yeah.
Tackle without the ball. Umpires let that one go.
It's a crude tackling there.
Yep, Dragons move the ball outside. The players running behind, intercept, can't be held, overshot it, and now they go down the wing. The Dragons running, potential bounce. Nope. Kick it over the top, looking for a target. David can't find it. Out the back, 2-1 in favour of the Kangaroos. Good shepherding, better handballs. Oh, great tackle. Run down, and that's a great free kick now, and centering ball option.
Lovely work.
And the Dragons move things quickly, and 16 will now line up for a shot at goal, David.
That's Connick. Connick has got the ball about, about 40 metres, I guess. Almost directly in front, 45 metres perhaps. And he looks, he's gone back about 40 metres to kick it, hasn't he? But here he comes. He's coming in now, having a shot at goal. Will he make the distance? We're all on tenor hooks. That's not a bad looking kick, but it's going away with coming across to the left hand side of the post. And the goal umpire correctly says that's only 1 point, mate. And it's 16 goals by 100, I reckon. And 101, is that? 101. 16-5, 101 to 0.
10 minutes gone in the quarter. Full back here for Broadford's looking for options. He's going to run his measure, take a bounce, come outside that 10-metre arc, get tackled, handball it off. This is a little bit risky. Now gets outside towards the back flank area. The bodies jump up, but no one can control it. Goes towards the boundary. Broadford sending in some small men, but they're wrapped up quickly, and the ball goes nowhere with the ball up on the back flank here for Broadford, David.
Yes, and that bit of risky play, that's a suggestion for them. I think they do need to take a bit of a risk, don't you?
Indeed.
Well, they've gone to the ground. There's nearly a throw where it couldn't be hand passed in that situation, but nevertheless the umpire said get on with it, play on again, and there's a group of players on the ground wrestling for the footy, and the umpire's going to throw it up again, half forward flank or perhaps forward pocket. They send the scoreboard, and on the north eastern side of the ground, up it goes. Ruck contest, won that time by Sandhurst, gone to the ground, picked up by Broadford. That's pretty good work, but couldn't get rid of it. They're everywhere, the Sandhurst people, when you get the footy, and Broadford picked it up, 2 hand passes, went nowhere, out to the back of the pack, can the defence get rid of it? That's another hand pass. They've still got the footy, that's good thinking, and they've kicked it across the half forward flank, half back flank rather, and that's a mark. Broadford have got it on the half back flank, eastern side of the ground, man.
This is where they fall down, trying to get the ball out of the defensive 50, trying to find a mark. They'll go to a contest near the wing. No one really went up for that one, but Dragons, and they spoiled each other. Ball ricochets out the back and handballs away, and away they go, the Dragons. Now coming towards that forward flank area, they find a target just outside the 50, and they'll look to go inside now with a centering kick. It's high, boy is it high, and it's big at the back. Bang, mark couldn't be held. Probably interference there. And the Dragons will have that one. The positioning was brilliant there by the Dragons forward, number 23 there, David.
Austin.
And he will line up for a shot. He got himself underneath what was a very big kick, and there's his kick, and there's the goal. So that gets the score up to 107 for the Dragons, and the Kangaroos yet to trouble the scorers. Kath?
You've seen in a lot of these stoppages, the Dragons have got 3 people at the back.
To feed off on the outside.
They've got the ball carrier, and then they've got one on each side, and it's just like...
Their placement as an option, it's almost like whenever the person gets the ball, they always know there's going to be someone there. They don't need to look. It's almost they fit it out. Back in the middle it goes. Up go the ruck. Wing backwards there by Broadford. Ruckman roves his own ball, but it comes out to the Dragons. They go wide, and they've seemingly got loose men immediately. Over the top they go to the forward flank. Another loose man runs to the 50, kicks long, kicks hard, but it goes across the face. Shadow on the post, volume number 3 by David Doherty, available in the foyer.
So another point, and that's encouraging news for Broadford. They're better than a goal for Broadford, aren't they? The fullback's got it. What's he going to do this time? He's a bit worried about what to do when he's kicking the footy, but that's a better looking kick. It's about 60 metres, I reckon. That's a mark by Sandhurst, and that's Green. Green's a seriously good footballer, in my opinion, and those boots, you can see him everywhere on the ground. He gets poached for the boots. And that's a lovely kick, isn't it? To a running forward, it went into the space, and they've done that before today, I can tell you.
It is. That's number 4, David.
That's Maxted. He's a known good footballer.
So he'll line up for a shot. Probably by the time he kicks that, maybe 35 metres out. He's got a very straight run-looking technique. There's the kick. Doesn't use his full distance, but pulls it across the face of it. So he gets a minor score there too. So 17-7, 109 to Broadford yet to score. Challenge here now for Broadford is to try and get outside their 50 and then get possession. This is where that wall of players seems impenetrable to get from. They do get the kick out this time. Back flank, outside the 50. Yeah. They go backwards, they cough up 35 metres, looking to go across the face, but there's no options there too. So suddenly they're right back to where they are. Now they'll go outside the 50 with a contest.
Nice kick.
Out the back possibly, aiming at one player on 3. Not really fair there, but now the Broadford boys dive in on top. And we'll have the contest for a ball up. More than likely, no, holding the ball. And it's going to go to the Dragons. They'll have it on true centre wing now, looking to come from this kick inside the attacking 50. The last time they did this, it was a barrelling kick that hit the chest of the full forward. Here it goes again. Deep kick inside the 50. 35 out they come. Off the back of the fingers. The Broadford boys can't get there first. And it gets shuffled towards the boundary line and will be a ball in, probably 30 metres around from the Dragons' goals. So, well, difficult times, David.
It is, and bit of horseplay going on there. I wouldn't see the need to fight when you're 100 points behind, would you?
No.
Anyway, the ball's in the air. Boundary umpire did okay. A ball on the ground, pushed out in front of the pack, off the foot in fact. By the leg, that was a free kick. Should have gone to Sandhurst. That's a hand pass by Broadford. Pushed it out in front of them, but that's a good tackle too. And nearly gone holding the ball, I'd reckon. But the umpire says no, I don't think so.
That's the kind of pressure we don't see more from Broadford. It was a good attempted tackle there. Just inside the attacking 50 here for Sandhurst.
Put his head down, that's no free kick.
Yeah, he's ducked around, but they get the ball away, and now they've gone backwards to go forwards. And bang, target mark. Probably 50 metres out from the kick there. That's number 20, that's Morris, I think.
Morris.
He'll lined up directly in front, got those teal turquoise boots. He's going to adjust the socks because they always makes you feel good. And he'll line up directly in front, but a good distance out. We'll see if he arcs around David and Kat. He might need it for the distance. In he comes. Kick then. It's high. It's going. It's going. Oh, that's excellent. And then Morris gets another. He puts himself into the multi-goal scoring fraternity. He has, what, 3 now, David?
3 goals to Morris.
And he's a potent full forward with excellent skills.
And the difference there was a player like Max did getting the ball and positioning it beautifully onto his chest, you know. It makes a difference if you actually dispose of it to somebody wearing the same jumper as you, doesn't it?
It's handy.
It's back in the centre of the ground. The umpire's got it. Chuck it in the air. Can the rucks get it away? Well, that's a good piece of ruck work again by Edgar. Is it for Broadford? Ball gone into the hands of another Broadford player, but tackled strongly, and the umpire's going to throw it up again. Only a few metres from the original throw up, and that's another punch out of the ruck. I wonder, that's a kick out of the centre, and that's a clearance by Broadford. Can they get rid of it? No, they can't. There's too many Sandhurst players there. Pushed him over after he kicked it. Should have been a free kick. The umpire didn't even notice it, but the ball's on the half-forward flank. Running players, that's one of the players that Kath was talking about, the unrewarded running. They've always got 2 or 3 ready to take possession, and the ball's out of bounds in the forward pocket about 30 metres around from the goal, north-eastern side of the ground.
This is where fatigue starts to kick in too. I know it's only the second quarter, but they're pretty intense there on their tackles. Trying to get possession. Up it goes, the ball up. Forward pocket here for the Dragons. Out the back it flicks. The ruck for the Broadford's doing a stellar effort here. He really is running the crusade on his own. The ball gets flicked out. The umpire looks like he's going to either take possession, and we'll have a ball up again, probably 30 metres out, inside that attacking 50 for the Dragons. Up it goes. Big punch by the Broadford ruckman. Edgar did a great job there. The quick kick is smothered there by the defenders. Chance to move it out wide towards the wing side of the forward flank there for the Dragons. They get the ball, but they get tackled hard. Now, with an incorrect disposal, it'll give the chance for the Dragons to go back inside the 50.
Pretty crude tackle, I thought, by the way. And nevertheless, that's the Sandhurst lads kicked it into the middle of the ground. And who was that? That's Howard, I think. Howard has got a hand pass. And that's Pinja. Pinja has put it right into the forward pocket, and that's a good, strong overhead mark. Surely, wasn't it? The umpire's going to pay it, isn't he?
He will be on a tight angle, David.
I like the way he did that.
Yeah, he landed outside the square, so he'll be on a tight angle. You'll get a good angle there, Kath.
That's right again.
Right. And
oh, there you go.
And he's done it right.
And he never does it wrong, right, does he? It's a mouthful. Got myself confused there. So another goal there for the Dragons. They start to push this quarter out with I think at least 3 or 4. The Kangaroos are putting up a better fight for this one. The first quarter cost them about 80. This quarter's cost them around about 30. So with 14, no, make that 19 minutes going in the quarter. There is an improvement. So the words from the coach have made a difference. In it goes in the middle, tap back down, won this time by Broadford again. But it gets handballed out wide. And the Dragons always seem to have loose players on the wing area, David, and they're able to move it well.
Well, that's the unrewarded running. They're good at it. And they've got the footy again, kicked it into the forward pocket, centre half forward rather, went over the top of it, Broadford. That's a terrible mistake. They got the footy by Sandhurst, and it's hit the post. And it was Green. Was that Green? Anyway, hit the post, and that's a nice looking kick by the fullback, but couldn't be marked. Picked up Broadford, I got it again, and terrible kick. It's gone over the top of the man waiting for it. There's a man out here on his own now. Good tackle too, and ball's got the Broadford. That's not a mark, didn't go far enough onto the wing now. What can he do? That's good contest. Push it towards the boundary, line it over, and that's as much as he could do. That was Thomas. Thomas did it right there for Broadford. Ball's right in front of the interchange on the western side of the ground.
A lot of pressure here. And it comes spinning back in. Great throw by the boundary. Ruck's tap. Won wonderfully by the ruck for Broadford.
Ooh, and that's holding the ball.
And an incorrect disposal. Two-time tackle there. That was double teamed there, and it was effective. Although the Broadford boys feeling a little bit sore. Meanwhile, now the kick for Broadford goes backwards and sideways.
It's Primrose.
Now they go forward. Here's a contest right in front of us. They jump up.
Solid
mark there. That's there by 32. Why he goes backwards, we'll find out. And now he goes forward inside the 50, looking for a target. Up they jump. Oh, great defensive hold there. That's by number 18, David.
Yes, Wilkinson.
And he's a goal kicker who's also effective in the back line. It's a short kick coming out.
Beautiful kick.
Players have turned their back on the ball. They shouldn't. Now it goes forward out towards the centre area.
That's
for the Dragons. He goes over the top looking for a target and can't be held. Over the shoulder.
Yeah, well, that's good effort by that lad.
So the forward there kept his body in front of the ball, Kath.
Yeah, and you see that Broadford, they've got their backs. They're
And they've
running
got their
back.
backs
They're
turned to the
reactive.
game.
They've
Yep.
got their back. They don't know where the ball's coming
They don't know where it's going to. It's clearing their heads from behind their heads and don't know how to move or where to be. So
that's that reactive thing that
Stagg has got
Nathan's
it.
talking about.
Stagg has got it.
Steps around,
long way from goal, but that's a horrendous looking kick, isn't it? 1 point only, but it went the distance, which is pretty intriguing. So there's no score advantage either end of the ground. You can kick the ball a very long way. What will the fullback do with it now? He's kicked it a couple of times long distances, and that's not a bad looking kick. That's a clever piece of work, and that's the ruckman. Eager, his name is, not Eager. He's got it in the back pocket. He'd be getting tired. He's done sterling work, and that's a kick that went sideways off the boot. No good at all. And that's a hand pass. There's the running player Kath was talking about. They got plenty of him, and it's a mark on the chest. He's now about 50 metres from goal, or 40 metres from goal, perhaps.
That's number 15, David.
Yes, well, that's right. That I wouldn't want it right to have the footy if I was Broadford.
No.
He's a terribly good kick at goal, or a really good kick at goal, perhaps I should say. And he'll make the distance, I'm pretty confident. Wright's got it. He's taking his time. Seems to have a good technique, doesn't he? Eyes over the footy, straight down the leg. That's the way to do it, mate. He's coming in. It's a nice looking kick, but it's not going to be a goal. And it's through for 1 point only. And Wright has upset his scoring load. 19 goals, 10, 124 to 0.
So
22.
now, full back will take this one, David. Out he comes, short kick out wide, finds a target there in the back pocket.
They're doing better with that, aren't they?
Yeah, a bit better now, keeping possession. Going to try and get out of the 50 here, they can. They centre the ball, gain about 15 minutes, going across the face on the other side now.
Haven't made any ground up there.
Player. There's players running down, but they're running with their back to the game. Oh, and there's a back across the front of the face of the goal, almost cough it up. There's a kick going forward. That was ugly, but it's picked up by diving players on top of it, and just inside the 50. Now they'll come out of the 50, looking for a target. They find one. Great. Centre half back here for the Kangaroos, looking for an option down the wing, steps around, handballs over the top, keeps it moving in some direction through the corridor. 1 on 2 in favour of the Dragons. Oh, brought down. That would have hurt. Bodies diving on top. No one can move it far, and like it's a bit of a rugby scrum, they move forward, and we're just inside the square, just in slight favour towards the Kangaroos. Chance to go forward. Up it goes. Tap over the top. Finds a target. Quick kick away though, goes straight to a Dragon, and they run past. They peel away on the outside, looking for a target to the wing. They find it, handballs quickly. Oh, this is the express train. And away it goes down through the 50, out towards the top of the goals. Great defensive line there from the Kangaroos. The fullback holds his worth, gets the ball back out, and we're back down the ground again, David.
Yes, under the centre wing, and can Broadford get possession of the footy? No, yes, no. Sandhurst have got it, gone to the ground, pushing towards the boundary line. That's what they're hoping for, I reckon. And can they get a defensive or attacking kick in? No, they can't. The ball gone over the line now and out of bounds. Boundary umpire to take possession of it.
Thompson from Broadford is just trying his guts out there.
Yeah, it's a pity that their body placement and the location, and
he's the only one that's picking up cleanly.
Quick tap away at the back, no one can control that one. A lot of Kangaroos, but they can't get possession. Tap back down, it's loose now. The Shepherd wouldn't go out astray, but now they do get the ball. They've got nothing to go towards. It pops back out. It gets pushed slowly, metre by metre. Ricochets out the back, but the Dragons, a slip catch out the side, 2 handballs away, a banana kick on the run. And goodness me, that is party time. There's a trick here. I think he may have pulled a rabbit out of his hat as well. That was an extraordinary goal. I'll try and make out who that one was, David, but that was a kick on the outside of the foot, running in towards the goal.
He's done that before today, I tell you. He's a pretty good shot at goal, that guy. A brilliant piece of work. I really liked it. Worth watching. And the celebration's not as rugged as I thought it might have been. He's got the white boots. He's going back to the centre now, Matt. Can we find out who he is? He's going to turn around. He's deliberately doing this so the radio won't know who he is.
I think it's Stagg, David.
Stagg.
Get my eye in there. Number 8. Yep. He's got the ball again. He just handballed it away. Running through are the Dragons, and a shot at goal. Oh goodness, that was I've had a root canal that's been longer than that. That was incredibly quick. That was fast football, and they've kicked up another one there too.
That was Morris, I think.
That was Morris again. So this is the problem here. That constant pressure that Broadford's been trying to put on to change the scoreline in these last few minutes. They're letting it go, and the Dragons are really quick to pounce. So
21-10, 1-3-6 to Broadford 0 score. Yet to trouble the scorers. Hopefully that'll change pretty soon. Back in the centre of the ground, and the Ruckman's trying his heart out, but Broadford, you'd have to say that, wouldn't you?
Here's a loose man, David.
Yes, they got the footy on the wing, gone backwards again. I'm not too sure that's a terrific strategy. Went about 8 metres. The umpire said I'm paying that a mark because it's Broadford. So they've got it on the centre wing. That's a kick that's gone about 50 metres. That's a nice long kick, and that's a mark by the fence. The Sandhurst boys are pretty good in defence and overhead. I like their overhead marking. Into the centre of the ground, that's another overhead mark. So they've got the footy again, and there's a running play. Kicked it out towards the Pinger. Pinger has got it and kicked it to number 3. That's Hood. Hood has got the ball, kicked it into the centre half forward. That's another mark. That's about 5 marks in a row. And that was Coughlin. Coughlin has got it out to the other side of the ground. The defensive out there in numbers for Broadford, the Kangaroos. Lots of Kangaroos out there. That's gone to the ground holding the ball. Perhaps the umpire says no, picked up and let them play on. Kicked into the forward pocket. Good defensive work by Broadford. They got the footy, hand pass about 12 metres. And can they get it away? Can they get it away? That's the big question. No, they can't. So the Dragons have got it again. What's he done? He's kicked it about 40 metres into a running player over the back cut, the market, and a hand pass to nobody in particular. There's green steppers will be standing there. And what he's done is kicked the goal.
That's number 11. You're right there, David Green again. A lot of movement there, a lot of confidence with their running there from the Dragons there, and mostly it was the Broadford boys who were just chasing, and unfortunately that's going to wear them down and probably build that gap between the players ever so more. The other element there too is this quarter coming hopefully to a close there, 28 minutes. There can't be much left on the clock there too.
22 goals 10, 142.
Yep. So in the middle now, the umpire will take this one. Up it goes in the air. They jump for it. I wasn't wrong there. There was probably a second left after that last goal. And that brings to the end of the quarter, 22-10, 142. Yet to score Broadford. A 142-point lead there at half-time. Difficult day in the office for the first half. But if you want to do sort of mathematical state here, David, the coach, as Kath identified, will look them to forget the last quarter and try harder and be ever present. If we go by the mathematics, first quarter was an 86-point lead quarter.
Yeah.
This one, it's a 60-point quarter.
Yeah.
Keep putting that pressure, maybe they can bring this deficit down. But really, they've got to try and find small wins. The only win I can see at this point in time is Ego, the ruckman, who's getting there. Kath, you said Thompson's running hard, but he's not really getting that ball possession.
He's picking it up and getting it out, but he's the only one.
Yeah,
And
I think it should be.
Exactly. And my other concern, David, if someone was taking the stats on territory gained in a kick, I actually think Broadford will be in the negative because a lot of the marks they've taken, they've kicked backwards because they haven't got an option. So that transitional football is just not there for them.
The game's much easier if the ball's on your forward line.
It is.
Kevin Sheehy would say, what's the game about? Time space. It's about space, really.
It is, and you're right, because the only time the ground's reset in a manner where they've got options to go forward is when there's a ball. You look out there and go, does it pop into your head?
Oh, definitely. Especially when the sun's out. It's like you walk in the garden. Yeah, definitely. I'm just wondering when they're going to put out mid-half-time out of shooter. My guess is at least 3 games. Yeah,
See the body slaps. Welcome back to OKOFM. This is Matthew J. Arter coming to you from the beautiful grounds here at the Broadford Football Club. Zane, back into the full swing in this third quarter. 23-10, 148 to the Dragons, who are having an imposing approach on this game. Broadford yet to score. We live in the eternal hope that they will get something on the board today. A tap out of the middle though. Chance by the ruckman, who's been dominating for Broadford but not been able to find an appropriate target as the Dragons take possession. Got to back down through the middle yet again and find a target with number 4 in the forward line there, David and Kath. And they begin their warring ways straight into this third quarter.
Yes, underway, and goal already kicked, and that was by Austin that kicked the goal. They've got the footy again, the Dragons, about 46 metres from goal, directly in front. Can he make the distance? I think he would. It's a nice looking kick, it's gone the whole way. No worries at all, straight over the head of the goal umpire. And who's that player, Matt?
Number 4 there, 4.
Cody Maxted.
4.
Yep. So, the Maxted. Yep. So, concerning at the half-time break, the Kangaroos have come back out, not quite switched on again. And again, you see that quick initiation there by the Dragons with 2 quick goals, pushing that scoreline way out beyond the 150 mark. So here again, we'll echo the fact that the ruckman here for Broadford is doing a great job, but finding a target to get it down to seems to be this.
I reckon Max Finch will get a game here.
Yep, there's a tap straight to a player, tackled quickly, and he is hurt. So we'll look to keep our eyes out there for number 1 there for Broadford. We'll keep our eyes on it. That's Thompson, who's one of their greater effort players, and holding the ball there. A great tackle effort there by Broadford, and a chance to go forward here. Number 42 for the Kangaroos, deep inside the 50 at the back. Can't be. Oh, he's held. What a great defensive mark, David.
two grabs, and that's pretty good. So it's 28. It's got it. That's Smith. He's the captain, by the way. And there's a mark to Broadford. What can they do here? Perhaps a scoring opportunity. This is Stray.
Time for a torpedo, David.
Kick it 100 metres, and that's a nice looking kick
Oh!
right over the chest. Right over the chest of a running forward. That's a bit more like it.
Number
And it's
15,
Jay
David.
Welch.
That's Welch.
Jay Welch.
So
That's
the
Welch.
chance to get on the scoreboard, David.
Yes,
Yeah?
it's about 47 metres from goal, a slight angle only, but it's about distance that we're worried at this point, I reckon. Can he make that distance? He looks like he's done it before. A bit of poise, bit of slowness, that's what we need. Up he comes. Slow, 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 not even running at this point, just walking. Got underneath it, and it's not a bad looking kick, it's not a bad looking kick, that's a goal!
They're on the board!
15, they're scored!
Sell
That's
your
Welch.
shares, buy a new house, just have a bit of a dance, folks. The
Shirts off, run around.
Broadford boys, the Kangaroos, have got themselves on the board. They've shaken off the shackles, and they give themselves a real lift here. That's 1 goal 6 to 24-10, 154.
Can you say that quickly? Shaking off the shackles?
Shaking off the shackles.
He's a first gamer.
So that's number 15. As I said, I'm getting cramp from running down the goal kickers for
I've got
Broadford.
some intel there. That's the under 18s.
Look out, man.
Coming back out of the middle now. Away they go. Down towards that. It's a mark inside the attacking 50. So a quick response by the Dragons, which you'd expect nothing less.
Green boots.
Yeah. We'll have a look and see who that is.
Taking his time. And
I believe, David, I believe the goal scorer for Broadford was first game for the year, come up from the reserves.
is that right?
Indeed.
Well, he did that pretty well. That was a nice looking kick, wasn't it?
He might never go back because he'll win the golden boot here for Broadford.
So the Dragons have got the ball 32 metres from goal, almost directly in front. They make the distance pretty easily. They've been doing it all day. That's not a bad looking kick. And did it go through, or was it only 1 point?
No, it's a goal.
Goal.
A little hard to tell if they get a goal or not. Now the energy and the celebration has wound itself down for the Dragons because they've been through this process 25 times already. So
Yes,
we'll have to wait on the honesty of the goal umpire, though.
The hand clasping is not that aggressive, is it?
No, the high fives have quickly disappeared. It's now just a nod or a wink or a shake of the hands. So
That was Morris.
who was that, Morris again?
Right, wait, no, it's number 20. That's Morris. Why didn't you say Morris?
Catherine did say Morris.
Did she say Morris?
She did say
Sure.
Morris. She did.
I've got Morris down here.
I'm going to slaughter you. Quick smash out of the middle there. Good punch there by the ruckman for Broadford, but they can't get any of the smaller players to the ball, and away go the Dragons down the wing. Handball over the top, tough one, quick handball, the old 1-2, going inside the 50. Nope, just out of it. Handball out for the kick mark. Another target, bang. Ooh, can't be held. Small men clean up afterwards. There's a chance here for a real Rovers goal, but no one can get that one off the fingers. It hits the ground. Body's diving in. Catherine,
That's
tell me what's going to happen.
That's how it's oh, the umpire put the whistle in his mouth too.
Now, great defence. Ball taken at the full back position here for the Kangaroos. They're running out now. They've got plenty of players out wide. If they move quickly, they should have loose and players and lots of options. Looking to go down the ground now from that back pocket position, but they can't get it away.
Yes, he's got the footy and going sideways. He doesn't quite know what to do. That's a short kick out to the wing. A good contest. Went to the ground and over the line and out of bounds.
That kicker, David, there's a 16-year-old come up to the seniors. A real experience or baptism of fire, you might say, and he's holding himself well, which is great to see.
It is indeed. That's the future of Broadford, isn't it? And so the umpire's got it, the boundary umpire that is. He's going to throw it in, and the Rucks are setting themselves. A good sort of contest there. They nearly got a clearance away, but didn't quite make it. Broadford picked up. There's a long kick. It's gone into the woods. Oh, it didn't go anywhere. It went to the ground. Picked up. Who's got it out there? Broadford got it. Hand pass away. Nearly holding the ball, throwing the ball, whatever you like. The umpire says play on. I would disadvantage the team by paying that free. Kicked it into the forward pocket, over the back of the pack. It's gone towards the boundary line, over the line and out of bounds in front of a white Toyota.
David Thompson there for the Kangaroos is throwing his body on everything. He's literally looking for grenades at the moment. He's got a whack in the head, a whack in the shin. He's doing the hard yards. It mightn't look like he's there present, but boy, is he really putting in for this one.
Yes, boundary umpire's got it. The forward pocket. It's the south-eastern side of the ground.
Over the shoulder, free kick.
Umpire says that's a free kick and paying it to the Dragons, and Higa doesn't like it much, but that's the way it is, folks. Read the paper tomorrow, you find out it was a free kick. And he's gone back further than the distance he's got to kick it in order to make a kick. But he's taking his time, and I'm sure he'll put the boot into it in an appropriate style. Here he goes. Kicked high in the air, and it's a goal, is it?
I think it might be. Yes, it is. Yeah, I'm not sure who got that one there, David. Who was the player? I haven't seen him turn around as yet, but he almost looks like he's going down the aisle. He's got a very waltz-like manner that when he steps down and then gets into a canter, and it had a good technique. So that was a good goal.
That's what horses do, isn't it?
Yes, indeed.
It was Maxted.
Is that number 4, I think?
It was Maxted.
It's Maxted, I think.
Yep, Maxted, number 4. Ball back in the middle now. The umpire ready to throw this one up. The ruckman looking for a target. Up it goes. He jumps. That one was won by the Dragons ruckman and goes straight to a target, but intercepted there by the defence line there for the Kangaroos. The Dragons still have it, but they're under immense pressure. They turn it over now. Going inside the 50. 1-on-1. Out the back. Oh, Mark held! And the umpire said, no, bring it back down to the ground. That's a free kick at the wing.
What a terrible thing to do.
Sorry, folks, we got you all riled up for nothing then.
That's terrible. And that's a kick into the centre of the ground. And the Dragons have got a running player again. That's one of Kath's champions. They're running when he hasn't got the footy over the back, nearly a mark, but couldn't quite bring it down. They're fighting on pretty strongly. Again, that's a good piece of play by number 6, Oliver, but didn't quite score a goal that time.
No, he did get it, didn't he? No, he got it. He got it, David.
It's a goal. Well, that's pretty interesting. You get goals even if they don't go through the goals now.
That's Oliver.
Oliver.
That's his third.
So,
Kicked the most.
nice goal at the end of the water goal.
Pretty well.
Kicked the most.
Run around that stuff.
And shaking the shackles again.
Wright has the most goals here today with 6 so far.
Only 6. Seems like a lot more, doesn't it? 27 goals 10, 172 to 1 goal 6. And back in the centre of the ground. They got the original ruckman back there now, but they've got it again, the Dragons. Push towards the centre wing, I suppose you'd call it. That's a hand pass out the back, a man standing on his own for the Dragons. And that's a hand pass, a little one. It's gone. Hand passed it away. That's play on, correct. But that, no one's not. That's holding the ball that time. The umpire says, I don't pay that one.
Bit of wave of pressure coming in there from the Kangaroos. True centre wing right in front of us here. So the umpire sends it up there. The ruckman, different ruckman, tries to use his opponent as a step ladder. Slightly effective, although illegal. Quick kick out by Thompson. Can't find a great target. Hits the ground.
Picked up and beautifully handled.
Yep, back flank now there for the Dragons. They go to the corridor. This is the area they own. Handballed along, and there's no traffic. Look at that, all the way down there. It's like the Nullarbor, and they look for a target inside the 50. 2-on-1, favouring the Kangaroos. But guess what? It's a handball, quickly stepped out, over the shoulder kick, and another goal there. So done with too much ease. That's number 35 there, Dave.
35. That's Copland.
So the problem here too is that even when the numbers favour the Kangaroos, they're not coordinating their efforts. They have 2 players going for 1 player, leaving a player open, that kind of element there too. So the coordination in the back line needs to improve so the pressure is evenly spread, if that makes sense. Meanwhile, the ball has been rescued from somewhere near the swimming pool area, and it'll be brought back here in the middle to kick things off again. Ruckman prepares himself. They know if they can get a goal, which they have got one, they can get a second. Up it goes. Rucks come in. Probably there a wing to Broadford. Quick kick out of the air. Goes inside the attacking 50 for the Kangaroos. Out the back. But the full back comes running out. He gets the ball away. It was rushed. Goes over the top. And now the Dragons have it on the far wing, David.
I bet that's green. But that's a nice looking kick. Right under the chest. Hand pass. Going around the opponent like he's not there. And it's the bloke that just kicked the goal. Has got the footy in his hands. That's Coghlan, but didn't get rid of it cleanly, and the ball's on the ground. They wrestle it. Broadford defender comes through, tries to bash his way through, but couldn't get through, and the umpire's going to throw it up. That was, in fact, Hope. Well, we've got some. That's kicked it out of the air.
Scalacci.
That's Maradona. And Maradona is Got it away, and that's a hand pass in the middle of the ground, and who's there? The Dragons have got it pretty easy. Another Dragon on his own. They're standing right in the centre circle. There he goes for it now. Hand pass. Nice hand pass to a running player, and it's a mark out the front of the pack. Hands out in front of himself. That's right. Right has got it right on the 50-metre line. Can he make the distance, Matt?
I reckon he'll give it a go. He's got a pretty good technique. He likes to walk in, but not too far back he goes. He usually adjusts the socks, and this time he hasn't done it. And he usually takes 8 steps backwards and marks the area. So he's breaking from his formation. We'll see if he runs around the mark a bit. There's a little bit of a shuffle, slight move to the right, kicks there, might not have the distance, drops in the last 3 seconds.
Get out of there.
And the umpire says no, it's touched on the line. And the Broadford boys will bring the ball back out down the middle. First time they've done that today. They're going to try and get hold of the corridor. They go wide though, 2-on-1. Can they get it? They don't talk to each other, hits the ground. Through comes some of the big body Dragons. And now the ball's been biffed and bopped around like an That was a throw, but the umpire's shielding his eyes from the sun. Now the Dragons go out wide, looking to come right back through the corridor if they can. They do, but they take second steps and they're waiting for an option. Handball comes running past, and he comes just outside the 50, going deep into the pocket. Mark is held. Forward pocket for the Dragons. Tight angle there for what is a player looking to probably palm it off. So the defence aren't going to do anything. That's number 6 there, David.
Number 6, that's Oliver. Your friend
Oliver, the replacement. He kicks over the shoulder, and he has shanked that one a bit too hard and gone through for a minor score.
Well,
so
running around in the circle doesn't always work, does it?
no, it doesn't, unless you're a hamster. And last I saw were kangaroos and dragons here, David.
Especially not if you're forward for the Brisbane Lions.
No.
So here we go, back pocket. About a 50-metre kick, hit his friend on the hands but couldn't mark it. It's gone over the line. That was Broadford trying to get it out of defence, but it's gone to about the half-back flank. Outer side of the ground, that's the eastern side of the ground.
This might work for them, David. Cavalry will arrive if they can get possession from this.
Well,
we live in hope.
they're fighting hard, but they're not making much progress, are they? Up in the air, good contest for the ruck out the back of the pack. That's better. That's a clearance. A hand pass. He's still got it. That's another hand pass. Two hand passes. That's better work. And after he kicked it, it was thrown to the ground. The umpire see that one? No, he didn't. The ball's on the ground again. There's about 42 Dragons there. That's a hand pass over the top of the head. Pretty hard to do that. And it's on the ground again. The folks go in and try and gather it. The umpire says that's a free kick. You take it, Dragons. Dragons kicked it sideways. Man standing on his own. Orange boots kicked it across to the centre wing, and that's another mark overhead. They're good on the overhead marks, I reckon. And that's Hood. It's kicked it into the forward line, and a nice looking mark. This is a team that knows how to do this. That's good connections from the back flank right up into the scoring position, and that's Morris again.
So Morris spins the ball around as he does. A bit of a Morris pole effort there. He'll come inside to the 50, probably about a 46-metre kick if he can get the distance he has before. And his teal boots come shining through. There's the kick. It goes high. It goes deep. And the umpire said, I appreciated that a lot, but it's only a minor score.
Minor score. Goodness, I was ready to write that down. Because he's in a fight with Wright for top goal kicking.
That was a goal, was it?
Yeah, it was a goal.
That was a goal. I take it back, gents. My apologies to everyone listening, watching, sleeping, whatever you are doing. That one was, I shouldn't doubt Morris. He's quite the professional.
Pass the vodka.
How many's Morris got now there, David?
Well, what do you think about this quarter, Matt?
6 goals
16,
to Morris,
16.
6 goals to Wright. This is a battle of the
Goal kickers.
forwards, David.
Yes, battle of the goal kickers. Back in the centre of the ground. But not surprising, Broadford won the hit out, but not cleared away. Ball's in the hands of a Dragon. Umpire comes in, throws it up again. No movement. Good effort by the ruckman again. He tried hard. That's not the best ruckman on the ground from Broadford, but he did all right there. I think that's number 11. That's Smithwick. So up it goes again. Lost that one. The Dragons got it away, but they're in the van. Broadford. The hand pass, a long one. Here's a go. There's 2 of them out here. A hand pass again over the top. Can he get rid of it? No, a bit slow getting rid of it. The Dragons have taken it again. That's bad news. Kicked it right across the ground. Man standing on his own. And that's a mark to Keating. Keating is kicked into the centre of the ground. They find it pretty easy to get somebody to mark the footy, and it's Free. Free has kicked it up to 20. That's Morris. Morris, he's nowhere near the goal, but he's going to get rid of it. And what's he done? I can't see it, man.
He hit it.
Touched off the fingers, and away it goes. Fine here. I think we've got a boundary throw in here, pretty much in front of us on the back flank for the Kangaroos, right in front of us here at the commentary box. The boundary umpire goes through his motions. Not a bad throw, a bit short, but up it goes. Tap one this time by the Dragons ruckman. Comes back out the back there with a hand pass. Coming through number 29 there like a freight train. He can't get it away well, and it goes over the back there. And the moment that the Broadford boys get it, they get tackled immediately, and that's the big difference. There's no time for the Broadford boys to react, whereas the Dragons seem to have more time in the world. Up it goes from the field umpire there. Handball's out quickly, kick away there, but goes straight to a Dragon. Running through now, handball's away. Second chances now, pressure on him. Oh, tackle without the ball. The umpire says free, and he's giving 50 because the whistle had been blown. So that was poor by number 42 there. Just wanted to yank the ball and shank it away a long way away. McMahon, not a lot of thinking on that behalf.
Bit of clever by the Dragon though. We knew he was under pressure, so he didn't try to mark it. He just pushed it away.
Yeah, and I think this is Schulitzer. The Schwarzenegger of the Dragons. He's going to line up to join the goal-kicking fraternity. Here goes the kick. Oh, that's off the boot.
Wow.
And that's not going to bother too many people. Only a minor score there. Probably reaffirms the reason why the guy usually plays in the back line.
So all the players in this half of the ground almost, so it's a sort of a half a ground that we're playing on. And can the Broadford lads find somebody to kick it to? He's done pretty well there. That's a nice looking kick, about 30 metres into the back pocket on the western side of the ground. It's a left footer. That's a terrible kick if you don't mind me saying so. He tried hard but didn't execute it properly. Ball's on the ground, the umpire comes in.
Sling tackle.
No, it's a free kick, is it? Yes, free kick to the Dragon. And for, I think it's an inappropriate tackle. And it's holding his jaw. And, well, what's he going to do? He's going to take a shot, I reckon. He's about, well, it's on the 50 metre mark almost. He'll kick it from, I reckon. Number 8 has got it. And it's Stagg. Stagg. Can he make the distance? We're all on tenterhooks here waiting for this shot at goal. And he comes, so he's slowly taking his time. Nice haircut till he's got, and it comes high kick in the air. That's not going to be a goal, even if it makes the distance, which it doesn't, and a punch through for a point. And that's another active play, of course.
So, chance now here for the full back now to run this ball out. He will, as far as he can. He's just choosing which direction to go to. He goes wide out here towards the pocket. A pressure on the kick, but it finds a target. We now have it deep in that back pocket. The choice is really pretty much to go down the line to a contest. There's the kick now. A lot of height. The players are mass underneath. No one can hold that one. Goes over the boundary. It goes through for a throw-in. Here right in front of us on true centre wing. So slight advantage to the Dragons. Field umpire, boundary umpire is coming around. Oh, here he is now. Got the ball there. Players have to shield their eyes and looking straight into the sun. This is going to be a tough one for the ruckman. There goes the throw. Top throw, that one. Out the back, hands over the shoulder. Could have been a free to the Broadford boy. He can't get the ball away. The handball straight to a Dragon. And the Dragons now run the ball down the wing here. Coming in towards the attacking 50. They're over the top. Mark intercepts there by defence. And away goes the defence. If they can find a target, they do.
It's better.
One Kangaroo, surrounded by Dragons. Kicks down towards a better target. Finds the ruckman who can't hold the mark. And that's disappointing because he felt like he could hear feet coming up from behind him. It's probably felt the Moody man was sneaking up there, David. But it'll be a ball here in on the boundary right in front of us.
Strong in the legs, isn't he? But that's no doubt why he can leap a little bit. The boundary umpire's got it, throws it high in the air. It's a good throw. And no, the one at that time, the Dragons, and that's a good tackle. And the umpire says, I can't pay a free kick for that because the ball is being held to you. So he's going to look into the sun to do that. The field umpire sealed it again. Can they get rid of it, Broadford? No, it's on the ground. Throw, oh well, I think that's pretty ordinary. Didn't have much time, but he's free kick for not getting rid of the footy, and it's a mark. Stuck his hands out in front of him. He's got it, man. I can't see.
Ball now coming back into from the forward flank here. They're looking for a target. Oh, 2 freight trains coming out. Number 4 there, David, for the Dragons.
Yes, that's Maxted.
And Maxted, he's not small, he's a sizable lad. As one of the Broadford boys comes off and looking a little bit shell-shocked from a bit of a clash, but Maxted could make the distance. He's a large lad, he's tall.
50 metres.
Swings through with the kick, there it is.
Oh.
It's got height, it's got distance. My goodness me, that's
a footballer's goal, isn't
that's maximum effort from Maxted, Gaff. He's a big unit, but he's effective. I have to consider the fact that he's playing off a what looks to be a back flank or a wing area he's walking back to. I'm trying to work out if he is, because that's an effective kicking capability from a wingman, and that's where he's playing from. So when you've got players who are coming out of that part of the ground who have got that kind of kicking ability, it really does give you more than just your regular arsenal in the forward line. You've now got potential goal kickers all over the place.
They have, and they're good at moving the footy around. That's pretty good work by Broadford. Eager got it out to a clearing player. Thompson's got it. Can he make any distance at all? No, he can't. He's lost possession of the footy. The Dragons have got it into the centre of the ground and kicked into the forward pocket mark on the chest. And I think that's Wilkinson.
Number 18, I think it was, David.
Wilkinson. And he's only about 38 metres from goal. Bit of an angle, but totally kickable, I would imagine. He's taking his time, looks like a footballer. He's going to drop the ball appropriately, I reckon. He has done that. Can he make the distance? Pretty good, and that's the goal umpire says, thanks very much. Good goal.
Important goal there too. 31 goals, 14, 200. Hitting the 200 mark here for the Dragons, and a solitary goal for the Kangaroos. This is a challenge that unfortunately the Kangaroos have. They need to forget about the scoreline to a greater degree, but most of the teams coming here will use this as a percentage boost that they need to get to stay competitive at that top end of the table. So it feels like it's a real, whipping experience, and in a greater way it is, but it's what the opposition will want to do to keep themselves in the hunt for the finals. Meanwhile, back in the middle, the rucks jump. This one's won well by the Dragons ruckman. Number 3 there for the Dragons, handballs it out, the ruckman gets it back. He'll go inside the 50, look for a running target, off the fingers for once, and it's the defenders who get it, wrapped up in a tackle by Morris. He's quick on an affectionate cuddle and stops the ball going from anywhere. So all up, 40 metres out, directly in front.
Centre right forward. What's that, Kat?
Kath's a big fan of an affectionate cuddle. Or an affectionate tackle, you might call it. Coming back out now, ball back in the middle. Chance now for the Dragons to keep possession. They handball over the top, and away they go with the movement. It's moving swiftly. Now inside the 50, put the pedal down, over the top to Morris. Really tight angle. He gets pushed towards the goal line. He almost had his face buried into the advertisements on the sidelines, but he's done the job. And this is the bit I like about the Dragons. They know what he did there. He centred the ball like a Socceroo from the corner side there, and all these players come over and go, well done, you did the hard yards. And now the reward goes to number 6, David.
Oliver hitting right on the chest, and that's a nice looking kick.
So Oliver makes a late charge for the leading goal kicker of the day. We've got 6 goals there to right, 6 to Morris. Oliver's on 4 and Max is on 4. So it's a WWE title fight for the winning goal kicker of the day, David. Be interesting to see who takes the prize.
Yes, well, it'll be a contest, and much drinking is a consequence in the game afterwards. I reckon 32 goals, 14, 206 to 1 goal, 6. So it's a 200-point lead at this point, almost towards the end of the 3rd stanza. Back into the centre of the ground. The umpire's using his brain this time. Is he? No, yes he is. He's not going to have the sun in his eyes while he throws it out. He shouldn't do that. That's a good contest in the ruck. Eager's done all right all day. He'll be one of their best players, I reckon. On the ground, picked up. That's a free kick, and they've got the footy Broadford kicked it into the forward pocket, running onto his chest. He's got it, but he's got to go back about 6 metres from there. Surely the man on the mark, he's cribbed about 6 metres. A bit more even, I think. The umpire's taking him back more than that.
Hold on to your hats, folks. David's about to up the tempo and the volume. A chance for a second goal here, David.
He's gone back a huge distance. That is the small gap distance he's gone back.
It's the same player who did the last goal.
It's the same goal kicker last time.
He'll be exhausted by the time he gets to where he's got to kick it. But he's taking his time, he's got a bit of confidence in himself. Always a good thing to have. He's taking his time, very slow, coming up to it, there it goes. Not a bad looking kick.
Umpire, no, I saw shadow. Hang on.
Yes.
No, it's a goal.
Car horns.
Well, what we get, car horns, that's a good indicator.
Is that Welch?
Is that Bonnie's, that's Bonnie's better half, the partner.
Is that Welch?
That's Welch.
Oh, yeah, no, that's
Wow.
Regan has got that.
So, there you go. A goal, look, I'll give you one thing.
Thank you.
Broadford's goal kicking is 100% accurate, David.
It is indeed. They've got amazing accuracy in front of goal. And so is Welch, by the way. That's 32 goals, 14, 206 to 2 goals, 12. That's below a 200-point lead, Mac.
Settle down here. They need, I need 3 more points to actually eclipse last weekend's game. So we live in perpetual hope as they move forward yet again. And a mark is held.
He's got it again.
You heard it, folks. We didn't hit
44.
replay. We did not hit replay.
Brown.
It's a chance to line up for a goal here. Who's this guy?
Mark? Brown.
Brown. And Brown has a dubious effort of getting the 3rd goal, but hopefully not getting the 1st points. So the pressure is all on him at the moment.
Back to back.
Back-to-back goals. The coach will be going, geez, what would it feel like to get back-to-back goals and actually reduce the deficit? Well, here's a chance for him. Brown's coming in from somewhere west of Greensborough. Here he comes now, a little bit of a dance, a little bit of a stutter. It's got the distance, but no, it's gone right across the face. And it's missed everything. Out of bounds on the full.
Out of bounds.
So,
well, it's unfortunate because it was a nice little piece of play by Broadford. Looked encouraging, didn't it? Into the forward pocket though, up near the netball courts, which are pretty good at Broadford. In fact, the whole facility's pretty good now, isn't it? They've got it in the back pocket. And that's a short one. It's no contest there. They've still got the footy Dragons. He's kicked it into the forward, to the centre wing. And that's, who is that? That's Maxted. What's he doing down there? He's a goal kicker. That's a nice mark. And Broadford have got it again. That's Bean. What can he do now? Go for the doctor, son. It's a go. It's gone about 50 metres out the front of the pack, but no attempt to mark in front. He punched it over the boundary line. Out of bounds for yet another throw in down near the netball.
Last hurrahs of this quarter here in the 3rd quarter on the Kilmore and Seymour Toyota scoreboard there, and it comes from the boundary umpire. Taps forward there by both rucks, tapped backwards again by a supporting player. If Broadford can get the ball over the top, the numbers favouring defence, and it's a chance now to run out for the Dragons, they do, and down the corridor they go. The clock's not their friend on this one, they're going to be running close on the time. They get the chance now to run around it, and unfortunately, our timekeepers, our chronometers of truth, have actually brought this quarter to an end and shown that
He believes the tackles dropped off in that 3rd term, so he wants that fixed up. He wants him to finish the game strong and find that motivation.
There you go. We're back in the middle. The ball's just gone up there. The ball is ricocheting around, so both coaches have obviously asked more from both teams, and they're actually both diving in extra hard. So this is that title fight element. Where do you find that little extra energy for the last quarter when you're so far behind? Up it goes again. Rucks win this one now to the Dragons. Second effort there by the Broadford ruckman means he gets an extra attentive cuddle by 3 players, and the ball goes nowhere for another bounce. So energy levels have picked up. We'll see if that turns into something of value. Ruck there, one there by again the Dragons ruckman. He plays it over the top. Bad bounce there, works in favour of the Kangaroos, but they can't control it. Neither can the Dragons, but they're still moving forward towards their 50. A double effort there and incorrect disposal. Great tackle there by the Kangaroos. They'll get possession now in the back flank, and they'll look to eventually move it out. And back they go now. They've got options in the middle, but they're heavily surrounded. But if they're smart, they'll go down the line here. Targets are found with a short kick over the top. A little bit too loopy, but that mark is held, and they gain about 10 metres, if that. Quick kick down towards the forward flank, off the ground or off the air by a Dragon, and then captured by a mark right on the wing here. Picked up now, they're running through, their handballing by the Dragons is exquisite. Going inside the attacking 50, it's deep, it's long, and it's not held. It's knocked through for a minor score. So the energy levels picked up by both teams is interesting because this is where the legs start to get heavy and start to get tired.
Well, don't expect Sandhurst. I made some friends with the trainers down there, found out a bit of goss. And most of these boys are up from under 18s.
Wow.
They're young boys, most of them are in their early 20s. Oldest player on the field's 35.
So indications for all things there that
Super
they
fit.
should run out of
They're all-
energy.
They're all super fit.
Ball comes spinning back in from the boundary, tapped forward by the Broadford ruckman, who's done a great job there finding a target. He gets wrapped up too quickly by the defenders, and now they find themselves balling up at the 50.
Just for those interested in other competitions, Reservoir 98, Kilmore 64, which is a devastating blow for Kilmore.
That's not what they wanted coming towards the final period there. Stronger position on the ladder. Ball goes back out towards that 50-metre arc and shot inwards there. It defends there for Broadford, trying their best to get it away. They can't. They're tackled over the top. The umpire's pensively waiting. It looks like he's going to give a free, but it won't be. It'll be a ball up, 20 metres out, directly in front.
Directly in front, that's right. And a big pack of players around the ball. Once again, the Broadford ruckman got it away, but they can't clear it. They can't. Picked up the Dragons, lost the possession, fell to the ground. Left footer, Bendigo up towards the goal. That's Oliver, through for 1 point only. So that's another score that takes the score to 32 goals, 16, 208 to 12 points, and that's still under the 200-point margin.
Fullback kicks out for Broadford, goes deep outside the 50. Mark can't be held. Comes out the back there. There's a chance if they can pick it up. They can't. They knock it forward, the Kangaroos, but they get wrapped up in a tackle. Umpire says no, didn't see anything there. Hits the ground and will have a ball up just outside the attacking 50 for the Dragons. Kangaroos themselves find themselves in a precarious position here. Numbers around the ball are pretty heavy. Tap back down forward. Can't get control. Wrapped up again. Move into that space soon. If they don't get a ball up control soon, they'll get a free kick. Up it goes again. Tap back over the top, goes inside the 50. Defence tries to run it out. They get it and they drop it. And that's good tackling. Quick effort there, play on. And that was a bit foolish and could have been turned over again. But number 3 there for the Dragons, a little bit overly zealous. Number 8 settles the ball to the top of the square for the Dragons. Mark at the back, can't be held, gets pushed to the ground, goes towards the boundary line. And the only winner there is the boundary.
Bendigo being save of the day, pushed it through for a point instead of giving the Dragons possession. And the umpire's got the footy. What's he doing here?
Swing it back in.
Oh, it's out of bounds.
Yep.
I see. It's out of bounds. So I thought it went through for a point. Over the back of the pack, punched away by the Dragons. It's on the ground, picked up nicely. Good tackle. What's the umpire going to do? I'm going to throw it up, he said. No tackle and no holding the ball. So it's about centre half forward, almost directly in front of the goal. Good throw up. The Rucks didn't get there in time. Gone to the ground, picked up again. Can they get rid of it? They're trying hard, Broadford. They just can't break loose. The Dragons have got it though. Hand pass out the back. It's gone about 10 metres now. He's kicked it 60 metres through for a point, and that's another 1 point score. 32 goals, 17, 209. Still under the 200 points, Matt.
Quick kick out there. Full back finds the back pocket. He looks for a target. It's looping, but it's held. They have it just inside that defensive 50. Over the top, there's an option, and that is found now. So they've got themselves down to the back flank area here, near the boundary. They probably have to go to a contest now, although there's a lead, it's on it, and it's not held. It pops out the back. There's a chance to pick the ball up now, and it's pushed towards the boundary line. And the ball in probably 65 or 70 metres around from the Dragons' goal.
In the shade, but the boundary umpire is just out of the shade, but we're starting to see the downing of the sun. But up they go, the Rucks. Good win to the Dragons. That's nearly holding the ball. Got rid of it though in the end, the Dragon. He's got it again. That's 25. That's McNamara. McNamara's kicked it into the forward pocket. That's a double-handed mark, and they had 2 grabs at it. Went to the ground and took it with the second grab while he's on the ground. That's Maxted.
So Maxted now potentially closes in on the leading goal kickers here. If he can get this, it'll be number 5 for him. So he'll be looking to try and get a chance there to get up into a 5-bagger, which is always a great feeling when you play football. There's the kick.
Yeah.
It's drifting right to left. The umpire shades his eyes, but he said, I don't really worry about that one. That one's through the middle. Goodness me. Maxted did that with relative ease, and he moves himself up to 5 goals.
He's one of those stars, Maxted, by the way. And I've just been advised with a message that the Socceroos are playing Egypt in the next match.
I did not know that, David. Thanks very much for that.
It's new information.
Your information did it come on a scroll on a camel from a pharaoh, because that's probably a little bit late. But thanks for that anyway.
On top of it, aren't I?
Yeah. In the middle, up they go. Tap one this time by Broadford. Handball over the top though by the Dragons. Finds running players. And they keep flexing themselves in and out of the packs there. They're running it forward with momentum. They get to the 50-metre arc now, kicking over the top, looking for a target at the back. Boom, find it. And if I'm not surprised, that's
the Coco.
orange coated boots there of number 11.
Green,
who will line up, and this is where he says, look, I'm the coach, co-coach, and I'm on the field. This is how you do it, boys. He's going to show, learn from example. He comes in.
Already.
A little bit of a dance as he steps in, double shuffle, kick, it's gone right, it's going to curl a little bit, and enough it is, and he says, boys, that's how you do it. So Green gets himself number 4, and a race now for the leading goal kicker is certainly on for the Dragons, but still, the Broadford boys look for that infamously hard to get third goal.
Here's a question for you. At the end of the game, when the coach gets up to talk, does he get up and say, I want to congratulate Green on playing so well today?
He gives himself half a vote and hopes the other coach gives him the other half.
Correct, way. So we're back in the centre of the ground, and it's 34-17, 221. Well, it's over the 200 points. Well, back into the centre. That's pretty good tackling, but could have been in the back. Anybody could guess that. It's on the ground. A bit of a struggle and a bit of a wrestle, and the umpire's going to come in. A bit of pushing and shoving. Well, don't get sucked into that, boys. The umpire's got it again. Throws it in the air. Ruck contest. They're doing it right in the rucks, Broadford. They've done that all day. And that's a sling tackle. And they'll take possession of the ball. That's number 20, and it's Morris. Right into the forward pocket, and can they get it again? The Dragons touched it on the ground, kept running, and that's nearly gone, but he got rid of it with a long hand pass, and that's a kick right into the goal square. Bendigo being saved of the day, touch through for 1 point only.
Well said, David. So the inaccuracy is kind of kept up here. The Dragons had something fascinating like 31 goals, 10, and we're looking like a 3-to-1 ratio, but it's gone almost 50-50 now. As the full-back now runs his full measure, kicks it out to a contest on this far side. 1 and 3 favouring the Dragons. Wasn't the best choice of directions. They go round the pocket here, looking for a chance. Going inwards, they get rid of it, but it's a thumping tackle. You always like that late in the day in the 5th quarter when you're down by 200. And a couple of players who are finding it Valentine's cards just no longer do the thing. They're having a little bit of a fisticuffs, but nothing's come out of it. And now, there's a kick that's hospital bound. Someone's going to get themselves hurt, and it goes towards the boundary line. Unfortunately, no one goes over the fence. So
there we go. And ball out of bounce, and the umpire now grabbing possession of it and throwing it to the boundary umpire. Oh, it was no, wait on, let me get this right. 2 boundary umpires. So we've chucked it high in the air. That's not a bad throw, and once again Eagles got it to the front of the pack. It's not jumped in his back. I would have paid a free kick for that just to keep the big game going, but he's going to come in and throw it up. So half forward flank, ball's hardly moved. Good effort in the ruck again. That's Eagle got it out. They're running with it. They've got the ball. That's Thompson. He's got rid of it with a hand pass, and that's a kick to anybody in particular. No, it went to anybody. Punched out the front. Can he get it? The Broadford are trying hard to get possession. They're still holding the ball, or did he throw it away? The umpire says no free kick.
Great strategy here too now. Umpire will take it. The cavalry will come back down the ground here for Broadford. They need possession. Hits the ground. Through go the Dragons. Good tackle, could help there. If they can't control him, there's another chance that they can get to possession here. They fall to the ground at the Kangaroos, and there's a whistle blown there for holding the man. Play on advantage given. Now they go inside their 50, but intercepted. So we live in potential hope here. They come out wide, not going direct. I don't know why. Looking for a target, can't find it in the sun. Through comes Eager, the ruckman acting like a rover. Down on a 2-to-1 option there too. Too strong on the defence here, David, for the Dragons.
It's Ireland. Yep. Ireland, any Ireland. That's a short kick only, and that's McNamara's got it now for the Dragons into the centre of the ground. They're finding it pretty easy to get a man to mark the footy, don't they? But this is gone into the defence here. That's good running. That's good running. Oh, he's gone a bit too far, I reckon. But the umpire says don't worry about it because they've still got the footy, the Dragons. and he kicked it with a left foot into the scoring zone and threw for 1 point.
Maxted just was ignored there in his frustration, and now the full-back will take the ball out. He runs his measure, stops and changes his mind, gets a supportive Shepherd, goes for a torpedo down the ground. No one can hold it, and it's too many Dragons there, and it feels like Game of Thrones at the moment. They're everywhere, and the ball will be brought in on the boundary line, and we'll be looking at probably somewhere in the slight advantage cap towards the Dragons.
Surprisingly, the Dragons look like they've lost a bit of their run. Maybe they are tiring.
34 goals. Slightly surprised about that. In it comes now, the ball spinning, the rucks push up against it, tap out the back there by the Dragons ruckman now, hits the ground and gets wrapped up in an aggressive cuddle. There it is, hits the ground, consummated, and now we'll have ourselves a ball up.
Consummated.
The umpire throws in the air on the half-back flank. He's tried to race his way through the patch, tried to belt everybody, but the defence got it, kicked it high in the air, skyscraper. A good contest for the mark, nobody can mark it in the end, but there's a Broadford lad down behind the play, and now Oliver's got it with the left footer, kicked it towards the goal, and did he make it? No, he didn't. It's only 1 point, but pretty quick work by the Dragons to take it out of the half-back flank and push it through for a point. So the fullback's got it. That's a nice little kick, but no win for Broadford there. It's now into a contest situation. His hand passed it to a man standing on his own. Broadford have got it, kicked it into nobody in particular. In fact, hit him on the chest. That's McNamara from the Dragons, red-headed McNamara. He's kicked it into the centre of the ground, and that's another mark. They do that pretty easily. That's Hood. Hood has got a hand pass. That's McNamara, took it back, and that's nearly caught, holding the ball, I reckon.
Yes.
The umpire says thanks very much.
Not last hurrah, but a good chance there with the numbers moving in different directions. A mark in front of the sun on that far wing here for Broadford. Centering kick there, finds a target, not distanced. Umpire says play on, handballed over the top, straight to opposition. Now, I'll go towards, I think, the boundary line. No, it's a free kick given about tackle without the ball. So Broadford will have this. There it goes back to them now. And forward, I think a 15-metre penalty for arguing or not giving it up quick enough. So here we go, David. This is a chance for the goal number 3.
Send out a message, get the forwards back into the forward line.
The forwards are going, what's that coming down towards us? I haven't seen that for a while. And yep, it's the football. And here's a chance. Big kick inside the attacking 50 lead. Can be held. No, it can't. Hits the ground. Second efforts. Handballed off. Another handball. Quick kick. It bounces. It's ugly.
I did all right.
Now shot over his shoulder. On a score.
I did all right there.
Goal. Goal. He's got it. He's got it.
You got it.
3. We have 3. Folks, land the onus.
49.
49.
It's hope.
Hope.
Well, he's given some.
There you go. I said we live in perpetual hope. No, we've got the goal. So there are, folks, 3 goals straight, 18. You cannot argue with the fact that the Kangaroos are accurate. They are indeed. The big challenge now is if they get 1 more goal, they bring the deficit back down to 200. That's the big challenge, David.
That is a big challenge, and if they could get 4 goals, that would be equivalent of 1 goal per quarter, wouldn't it?
It would be nice. Up it goes in the middle. Tap over the top there. One there by the Dragons, but dropped. Here's a chance for a second, David.
Here we go.
Coming out of the middle now. It's the big ruckman there. No, he has to hand it off to one of the smaller players. So we'll look for a short pass here or a lead. He's full of indecisiveness. There it is, short pass towards a targeted player, but out the back it goes.
1 on 3.
And he'll probably dream about that at 2 a.m.
1 on 3, not good. They got the footy, the Dragons, and put it in the forward pocket, and that's a mark on the chest to a running player. Always a possibility when they're taking the ball into the forward line, they can find a loose man pretty easily. So he's about 40 metres from goal on a slight angle only, or no, it's a bigger angle on that. It's close to the boundary line. But he's taking his time, he thinks he's got a chance. We're waiting for him to express that. He's coming forward now. Got the ball in his hands, kicked it high in the air, and that's not a bad looking kick, but it won't be a goal. That's through for 1 point only. So the score moves along to 34-21. 2:25 to 3 goals, 18.
16 and a half minutes gone on the one-off engineering and OKRFM scoreboard. Chance now for the full-back to find a target. It'd be nice to go up the middle if there was a target there on the central corridor, but as he shines his eyes, he thinks, no, I'm going to kick it straight into the sun like Icarus, and there he goes. over the back now, looking for a mark. Can't be held there by the Dragons, and it gets pushed towards the boundary line. The ball in, probably about 65, 70 metres around from the Dragons' goal. Still a chance now for them to reset. There's a lovely line of defenders here from the Dragons, right across the middle of the ground, which is hard to get past as the ball comes spinning back in. No one really gets a tap on that one cleanly. Goes to some of the smaller Broadford players, but it gets wrestled off by the Dragons.
McNamara.
Yep, temperament is just driven. There's a centering kick for a chance for a mark, and bang, it's held.
Good mark.
And that was looking straight in the sun. No, it's not given.
Oh, goodness.
And I think the umpire says no, it hit the ground first, and we'll have a ball up.
I thought it was a mark.
45 in front. And chance now for anyone here to get a quick snap at it. The umpire sends it up in the air, bodies dive over, they tapped it back down to no one in particular, and it gets wrapped up again. Bounces back out, the umpire swallowed the whistle, and now he's found it, and he looks to be jumping inside there for something.
Another throw up.
Wants the ball back, David.
Yes, another throw up, and the Rucks are setting themselves, and pretty ordinary throw up that time. Can it be grabbed by the defence? They're trying hard, fighting hard, they're grappling and tackling, and the ball's still in a wrestling situation. Can they get clear of it? Yes, the Dragons have got it, hand passed it out, kicked it back into the scoring zone, and a good contest there, but the defence have got it, hand passed backwards. Now they've kicked it into the centre of the ground, right under the chest of none other than Wilkinson. Wilkinson for the Dragons. It looked like the Broadford defence picked him out, didn't it?
Well, maybe he's got a chameleon shirt, I've just changed his colours.
Chameleon.
Number 16 he is.
He's coming in to have a shot at goal, about 40 metres, directly in front. That's not a bad looking kick. And the umpire says, thanks very much, that's one goal. And that's number 18, I think, is it? Wilkinson.
It's Connick.
Is that right?
16.
16.
16.
Yeah.
Connick.
So we drift towards the 20-minute mark of the game of this quarter here, the last quarter for today. 35-21, 231 to 3 goals straight, 18. It's a 213 point lead here to the Dragons. Some tired arms and legs. The umpire now will bring it back up. The Rucks will try and contest again. A big win there. A good jump late in the game there by the Dragons. Ruckman, he sends the ball to a support player back down into the 50. They run it back out and then back in again. It's tricky stuff, and they have a shot for goal. And Bonnie Kavanagh may have to get the engineering department to have a look at that goal post. It's moving like you wouldn't believe if it's a minor score. Maybe one of engineering might be able to help her out there.
Yes, they can do something. Fullback's got it. He's going on a short run, and they can run 50 metres in the AFL now from fullback, and that's a mark right on the chest. No advantage at all to Broadford out of that kick. The Dragons have got it half-back flank, half-forward flank. Kicked it into the centre half-forward spot, and it's a mark overhead. They mark it cleanly, don't they?
You're right, Dave. You don't see much juggling, do you? It's all pretty much just straight in the midst.
They're pretty firm marking around the ground. So that's about 49 metres. So he's got to perhaps kick at 51. And he's taking his time. He thinks he can do it, I reckon.
This would be a barrel. I wonder who'll go the talk, David.
I wonder.
Dustin Fletcher.
Don't do it too often, do they? Malcolm Blight would. That's not a bad looking kick. It's gone a long way.
Crikey. If it was accurate, he could have kicked an extra 5-6 metres, that one, wasn't it?
Yeah, it's a long kick, wasn't it?
Great kick. Unfortunately, only a minor score.
Yep. So the fullback's got it again. Broadford taking it out to the other side of the ground, and did he do anything with it? No, the Dragons hit him right on the chest, or on the hands rather. So a hand pass, that's Oliver's got it, running around the circle, kicked it high in the air, going towards the outer side of the ground. That's a mark to the Broadford defence. Bendigo Bank saved the day, eh?
Good chance here to come out and he can find a target, but he's going to get chased down quickly and intercepted by Morris, who seems to be having an unending well of energy, this guy, and he just runs off the mark, quickly kicks for goal. It's curling, it's turning, but it can't be held properly.
It's a mark.
It's a mark on the goal line to some degree. Kick backwards. Now Maxty kicks over, and it's the late game raffle going on here at the moment, folks. It's been popped around to try and find best angles, but it's the most inaccurate corner of the game. Huh?
That was the coach who missed it.
Yeah, the coach. He might drag himself.
Green that kid did.
Drag himself.
Does he grab himself by the collar and drag himself off, or does he call on the runner to come and get him off? I'm not quite sure. Ball kick straight out to the back pocket here.
Gives himself a good talking to. 35-24, 234 to 3 goals, 18. So It's a mark at the back of the pack. Went over the top of everybody's head. That's Hood, and there's a mark again. That's green again, I reckon. That's got
Yes,
the
it's
footy.
green.
Is that green, is it?
Yep.
Oh, okay, I thought it was Maxton. No, it's green. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If he gets this, he's a leading goal kicker with the other two players here. So there could be bragging rights on the table here for the Dragons. He's got the distance, we know that, but has he got the accuracy, David?
Well, we'll find out in about 8 seconds. There it goes. That's a nice looking kick,
Yeah.
and it's going to be a goal.
Yeah. Through the goals, over halfway up the goal line when it went through. He could have given himself an extra 10 metres. An excellent goal kicking effort there by Green. And he joins the other two players in Wright and Morris at the top of the goal kicking list with 6 apiece. Still, there's time left on the clock. If they make it quick, that Broadford could get that infamously difficult 4th goal and try and get themselves 1 1/4 in some value. Runner makes his way off the ground, forgetting where he is, I think. And the umpire takes it in the middle. Up it goes. The rucks jump. Too much energy still left in there from the Dragons ruckman. He gets that one away. Handball over the top. It's loose. A chance here if the numbers get there for the Kangaroos. They're pushing them backwards here, and there's a turnover. Went straight through the arms though. There was an opportunity missed there. Another tackle.
Good tackle.
Umpire says no, we're not going anywhere with that one. That was a collective huddle. It's a cuddle and a hug at the same time. Hits the ground now. Ball's not controlled well. The umpire could have said that was throwing, but he didn't. There we go forward for the Kangaroos. Target though, well read by the defender. The forward line might have gone a little bit sleepy. I've not seen the ball in such a long time, Dave.
McNamara, he's got it, and it's not a bad little footballer, this guy. That's a nice looking kick, left footer into the forward pocket, and that's a mark.
Oh,
That's a mark.
that landing might have hurt, David.
It comes down flat on his back. That doesn't do you the world of good, does it?
Makes your kidneys feel special.
I think that's right.
He's going to try for his 7th, isn't he?
He's done his marker. He's gone back his 8 steps. 9, 10 steps. So he'll prep himself. It's always good to have a pattern. Gives you confidence. Takes his time though. Uses up his full 30 seconds. Starts to walk forward, David. And here we go.
Yes, what can he do with this one? That's a nice kick, but it's curling back. That's a goal, I reckon.
It's an excellent goal.
Number 7.
So that's goal number 7 there for, is it number 15? I think that is there too.
Yep.
So that's Wright. So Wright takes the lead on the goal kicking of the day. Apparently he was being paid in Toyota 4-wheel drives for every goal he's got. So he's got 7 4-wheel drives now. Look at that. That's what happens in the United Arab Emirates. Back in the middle now. Up it goes. Ruckman, jump with energy left. Oh, they found some. Straight to a Dragons player in the middle there. Kick goes down towards the 50. They jump around to it and they come out there with an extra vigour. Morris. How he keeps going, I don't know. Over the top, the kick goes towards the forward line. It bounces out now, but the numbers running towards it are all Dragon-like, and no one can control it properly. Shays around, they're still pushing it now outside the 50. Ooh, that tackle had a bit of a backwards head feel about it, but the umpires let it go, and it gets kicked out and hits a car, which will be going to Kilmore and Seymour Toyota for a quick repair after that one, David.
Wow. It's a football going outside the ground altogether. Going into the road. No, it hasn't. It's being retrieved. Good work by a volunteer over there. Left foot kick, not a bad looking kick either by that guy. I wonder if he's available to play next week. So the Dragons have got it, centre wing, eastern side of the ground. It's a nice looking kick, and it's a mark, and it's Oliver, I think, is it? Number 6. And he's got it almost towards the scoreboard, and he's waving or gesticulating, telling him to go forward. That's a skyscraper over the back. Good leaping effort by the Dragons, but couldn't hang on to it. And that's running around the circle, hand pass, put it onto the chest, and that's a nice looking kick and a nice mark under contest. Good contest by the Broadford lad, but he wasn't good enough there. There was a strong mark overhead. They're good at it.
And Broadford boys.
Who was that? That's McNamara.
Yeah, too busy ball watching.
That's Austin, is it?
Number 23.
Austin.
Trying to work out who that one is there, Dave.
Yeah, Austin. No, it's missed it. Left foot.
Hang on.
Oh, it's curling back, but no.
No good.
Fortunately, it cannot defy gravity. Minor score there too.
37-25, 247 to 3 goals 0, 18. Fullback's got it, sun in the eyes. What can he do? he's going to go to the shade on the other side of the ground. And that's a mark. They've got a mark. That's a nice looking kick and a mark. That's a clever play. Running player went past him, but he ignored that. He's waving to somebody out in the crowd, I think. That's a high kick in the air, not much good. But it's a mark on the chest out the front of the pack. Well, that's all right. That's a running hand pass and kicked again about 45 metres up to the forward flank. And hit him on the chest. But the Dragon dropped it, went to the ground.
Oh, holding the ball.
About 14 blokes jumped on him, and he's going to pay it holding the ball. Well, how lucky can you
Bonnie
be?
Kavanagh, get your finger hanging over that goal button now. Get yourself prepared. This is the last hurrah. A kick forward, David. Does it find a target?
There it is. He has found a target, and he's on the half forward flank, about 60 metres from goal. Is he going to have a bang at it? No, that's a terrible looking kick. In fact, three Dragons going to go at that. But they messed it up, and now it's out the front of the pack. That's not holding the ball. He tried to get rid of it, but couldn't do so. And the umpire's come in and going to throw it up just near the edge of the 50-metre mark. And that's under the ground. Can they pick it up? No, they can't. That's nearly holding the ball, but it wasn't. He got rid of it in the end. And Oliver's got it now. Hand pass, a left-handed hand pass. Oliver again's got it. That's nearly holding the ball. Threw it in from himself on the ground, Matt.
No, quite certain. They turn around now. The Dragons are going to come out of defence here, but they could cough it up if they're not careful. It ricochets. It's still in the chance for the Kangaroos to pick it up. The huddle appears. It gets ripped out, kicked forward. It's inside the 50. Leading forward pocket comes out to it. Steps around. Double step, triple step. Kicks over the top, looking for a target. Can't find it. Small men dive in there. Grabs, and it's been congested. 25, 20 metres out. And that brings it all to an end. David and Kath and all those who are listening. Thirds, 37, 25, 247. So 3 goals, straight 18, a 231 point win to the Dragons. A well won effort from a team that is drilled and is prone to probably play finals this year. Great news for the Kangaroos. They broke the hoodoo of the 2-goal deficit and got themselves their third. And there's lessons to be learnt by both teams as they continue to build.
Well, it's a difference in class. That's the way it is for the time being. It's good. And they're not learning to work others. We'll see what they can progressively.
The umpires will let us know.
It'll be interesting to watch and see at a distance how this Dragons team progresses through the season. I have to say, the 2 games I've seen played here, I just thought they moved the ball with more fluency and more speed than the other teams that I've seen. And that's an impressive element there too, because the last team we saw was the previous premiers from the previous year. But it'll be fascinating to see them play those top teams, because really, Kath, you kind of said too that they're fit, they're fast, they're fit, they're reliable.
So very well drilled and very skilled at disposal.
What they're better at than the other teams that I've seen in this competition is marking overhead. They
One
put
hold.
strong marks around the ground.
Yeah, one hold, one grab.
37-25.
The teams connect contact.
That other element there that Kath picked up when she went down to the huddle was that three-quarter time. You're up by 200 points, but the coach wants more.
Yeah.
And to be a competitor in that top 4, like you said, David, beforehand, you don't take your foot off the neck. You keep pushing.
Yeah, 200 points up or 2 points up.
Doesn't matter. And so that's really quite an impressive mindset to see.
I think it's going to be a good contest at the top of the ladder in this competition. Very sad news for Kilmore, because that just about kills them, I reckon.
Yeah, they're going to need to win games that they previously didn't think they could win.
There's only 6 weeks to go.
Yeah, and that's where it starts to become a very difficult equation.
Well, they would have had to beat Brisbane. That's who
Thank you very much.
That's the 12